Hello, comics and pop culture people. It's your friend Brian, aka Bigby Mcfly. Thanks for joining me on a Friday night to hang out with my friends here. We're going to talk about some AOKs and some gifts that we've been given by other people. And so, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and add everybody to the stage here. So. Currently, we have on the stage Mr. Akins from What's on the Comic Rack, Brandon from MON Comics, and Ryan, the Colossus Collector. And we are expecting to be joined by Sophie from Jackpot Comics Talk, and also possibly Ricky from All Sorts of Words. So we'll see.
Ooh.
Controversial.
Controversial Ricky. Yes. So yeah. So how's everybody doing tonight?
Great.
Yeah.
It's Friday. I'm always happy on Friday.
It's December
Friday,
1st.
baby.
It's December
Friday.
1st. We're
December
officially
1st.
we're 1 week officially out from the Christmas with Cousin Colossus.
That's right. If you guys haven't seen the trailer for that
Is
that
lit.
Ryan put together, oh my god, it's amazing.
Made me want to quit YouTube.
Like, we're not worthy.
My wife's like, how would he get the light graphic? I'm like, he does this for a living. It's not fair. We don't.
Better than some of the trailers for the MCU movies.
I
You're
thought
not
it was
wrong.
awesome. So, yeah.
I just noticed one other thing. We're all wearing black.
I always wear black. I'm always wearing a black t-shirt.
Yeah, I'm all about the black t-shirts too. I mean, I have to wear like safety green when I'm at work, but Flux Cap Collects, hello, good evening. Just popping in, saying hello to everyone.
I'm going to have to sub up Flux Cap Collects.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I interact with him a lot on Instagram. He's hilarious.
Awesome. So yeah. So so the idea that I wanted to talk about tonight was, we're coming up on Christmas, so I wanted to talk about AOKs and gifts and just all those fun things. And I've got a couple of AOKs and gifts to show tonight, and I'm sure you guys have stuff that's that kind of thing too. So they're all coming in droves right now this time of year for sure. So
Yeah.
so I guess I'll explain. Mr. Akins said he wasn't aware of what I was talking about with John's Comics with Kids, but so in I think it was the beginning of summer, John was having a video going on, and he was showing he was upgrading a lot of his John Byrne X-Men run to higher grade copies. And I was like, hey, light bulb came on. I said, hey, if you're upgrading, are you going to have extra copies of those then? Or what are you going to do with those? And he said, oh, I hadn't really thought about it, but why are you interested? And I said, yeah. And I said, well, I'd be willing to give you some original art or, do something like that. And John and I know each other from way back before my YouTube Bigby identity began. So he's like, dude, I owe you big time from before. And he's like, just let me know what you need. Let's touch base again in the fall, and we'll see what I got. So I just sent him an email 2 or 3 weeks ago. I was like, hey, how about we touch base on this whole upgrade situation? And he's like, oh, sure, yeah, just send me a list of what you need. And I was like, cool. And so I got a box the other day, and I was like, oh, do I want to do a video, or am I just going to open it and tell him thank you? And I was like, okay, well, I think I'm just going to open it and tell him thank you. And so I opened it, and I looked in the box, and there's slabs in the box. I'm like, okay, we're doing a video. So I haven't even looked. I got everything face down. It's been killing me. It's been open but not looked at for like a day and a half now. So we got another guest here. Oh, there's Jackpot Comics Talk.
I'm just saying.
She moved him somewhere. I don't know.
Hey, Sophie. How you doing?
Hi. Good. How are you guys?
If it isn't the
Good.
Midwest
Oh.
jack-o'-lantern tossing queen.
Yep, that is me.
Yeah, that was very relatable. I do that. We live in the woods, so I just take them and chuck them like right out for the deer.
Same. Yep.
I do that too,
That
but
was-
we had squirrels that would eat them, and they get drunk on them when they were getting rotten. So it was pretty funny to watch the squirrels stumbling all over the yard.
You're awful. I'm calling PETA.
Awesome. Well, AJ says, "Heck yeah, we just hit the jackpot."
It's too easy. That video you put out today, I'm just gonna start calling you MJ. It's just quicker. But that video you put out today was by like definitely like your best, like the flow to it and the fair market values and like setting goals for yourself of like, you know, knowing what is crazy or what's, you know, reasonable. Like you crushed it. That was
Thank you. I was excited about that video because especially the beginning when I did like the montage of things, I was just being a dork and I was loving every minute of it. So I'm like,
that was
this is my
awesome.
favorite video. It's very me.
Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, I kind of poked at you. I was like, "What? No AF-15 on the haha."
I thought that was coming up.
know,
I thought it was
didn't
coming
think
up.
about that one. Next week we'll put it on there.
So Stephanie, did you catch the deal where I got these where I got this AOK from John?
Yes, I did catch most of that.
Okay. So I cracked it open and yeah, I don't know if I want to get into showing it just yet, but I think I just got a message from Ricky that said coming, so he's on his way.
I can't wait till he joins.
You know, there's always, whenever Ricky joins, there's always chaos always ensues, right?
You
Always.
need a good antagonist, though. You need someone who gets under Ricky's skin and like just makes him say the things he says.
But only to a certain extent. You don't want Ricky where he's like turning red and going,
No,
I just want
no.
to talk about comic books.
Like, lightly challenges him.
Well, I'm going to show a gift I got a little bit ago. It's not going to be the John's Comics thing yet, but I don't know if you guys saw this, but well, I'm sure you guys saw this. I don't know if the people who are tuned in saw this, but when we had our hashtag comic book shout out grand finale, I got a package from Brandon, and he sent me a Crypt of Shadows #1. This is a variant cover, isn't it, Brandon?
No, the variant cover, that's the regular cover. Variant cover has like Moon Knight. Jesse from Finland picked it up. It's really cool. The variant cover is cool, but I mean, like that has
this one's cool too. So
it's so Halloween-y.
Yeah, I'll always remember your Halloween-y show. And then he sent me a Wolverine from Marvel Series 1, a hologram card, super high grade one. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. And Brandon's like, wait, look, there's more in the package. And I'm like, Brandon, why is there a graded card slab in the package? And he sent me a graded 10, only 3 in the world, Wolverine Marvel Series 1 card, which is, I was just blown away. So Brandon, I still thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
Oh no, you go ahead. I
was just gonna say, I mean, thank you for organizing the biggest movement YouTube saw this year with comic book creators as far as participation, the prizes of the drawings everyone got, the build up to the follow-up show. I mean, like if I get you, hey, it's Ricky from All Sorts of Words showed up.
Hey girl, hey.
So I'd be interested to know how many PSA 10s and Beckett 10s there are out there. You know, like I want to do some research on that.
Yeah, because what Rohan was saying, there's only 3 of those, right? Or you were saying there's only 3 of those.
Yeah, no, like when you look at when you use your phone on the QR code on that, it brings you right to the CGC Marvel card census. and it says number in this grade 3, not number higher 0, number below. I think there's 129 graded below it.
Yeah, but those card people have gotten super savvy. What they do now is, like, there was a Steph Curry card that just came out, and there were 25 of them, right? And all 25 of them were on Beckett. And then the last guy in realized, well, why don't I just put it on CGC and then I'll be a population 1? Because to them, an extra layer that comic book people don't do, they'll be like, oh, it's a pop 1, it's a pop 25 or whatever. So they'll pick the right company that doesn't have that card so that they can get that boost and be.
I want to. That's interesting, Ricky. So that will tie right in with my research as far as, like, you know, finding out what the other pops are and which game they played there.
Thank you for crushing Bigby's dreams.
Yeah. Hey, Cup of Comics, good to see you. So yeah, thank you for crushing my dreams. You know, it's always good to do that.
Do you guys know, does CGC grade the cards the same as they do with comics? Because, like, PSA is the big card grader company, and I've graded with PSA, and PSA 10 is like the highest you can get. And I'm just wondering if a PSA 10 is on the same level as a CGC 10.
It's not. So the only reason, there's a weird rabbit hole I fell down of, like, sports card convention trading. Like, legit, it's like 100,000 standing at a table, and they're trading, like, here's a $25,000 card, here's a $30,000 card, I want that $70,000. It's madness, but, like, it's all over YouTube. And so they're like, there are some people that prefer Beckett. Because Beckett during these years was actually harder, kind of the same way that we do with CGC. Like, an old CGC label, they grade lighter or whatever. But there are like 4 grading companies that they use, and it depends on the person, and it also depends on the card and the population. It's madness.
All right, I have some info for you based on that. I just searched on eBay, and I wondered how cards played into that, Ricky, because, like, sports card is one, but did that include comic book cards or just sports cards?
Comic book cards. So comic book cards, specifically Marvel cards, and I'm shouting him out because I've never met him, but I absolutely love his content. His name is Spidey Hits, and his whole thing is he's obsessed with pulling a Spider-Man card. He loves Spider-Man, and I've learned a lot about the card aspect of it just from him. But yeah, so they do the same thing, like corners, centering, edging. It's all the same terminologies, and it's the same companies that grade the Spider-Man cards too, the Marvel cards.
Well, you were correct. Someone has on eBay BGS 10, the Wolverine that Bigby has, rare pop 1, Holy Grail. They're asking only up 80,000 for it. So I mean,
good.
Holy cow! Want your card back?
But you're absolutely, yeah. That's some guy in Canada. Ryan, you sitting on that card?
No, no, I'm not.
Hey, it's LMC.
I buy comics with that. I wouldn't sit on a card.
Oh,
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
What about all those other ones, Ryan, that you had graded? Are you still sitting on those?
Well, so yeah.
There's a story here.
You're tapping into trauma. Yeah, no, I haven't sold. I think I gave one away, and it was such a stupid thing to grade those cards. But I still like their nostalgia to me, so I'm kind of at first I thought I would sell them, but then the grades aren't good, so now I'm gonna keep them because it's my original set, and I might as well.
Hey, Josh, how you doing?
Now I got like half my set in a binder and half my set in stupid PSA slabs.
Hey, Ryan will tell you. Rohan,
if you want the whole breakdown, go to my channel and find my Marvel card video, and see what an idiot I am.
So BGS is the same people who as CBCS, right? The other grading card
right?
company. Yeah, because they have the autograph authentication, and that's the Beckett side of it.
PSA does that too, though. They have autograph authentication for cards.
But I'm pretty sure Beckett bought CBCS. that the one?
Yeah,
I'm
one
thinking?
of them.
What's the other one?
One of them owns CGC. One of them is CGC. It's just by a different name. But then CGC also graded cards now under CGC, which if you just wanted it to be a little bit more confusing. But it's one parent company for both the car. I think it's.
Is it Beckett and CGC or is it?
It might be.
one?
I was literally talking to somebody this afternoon.
I don't know
about it.
who's paired with who. Need a dance card.
Grading cards makes more sense to me than grading comics because it's still its primary function in your hand. You know what I mean? Like a card is you hold it in your hand and then like what's the most you can do? Flip the damn thing over. A comic, like it's a book that is now permanently closed. So cards actually make a little bit more sense to me.
Right.
But like even Rohan was saying, you gotta like if you want to get the highest grades in those cards, you can't grade like that was your childhood collection. Like if I like they're all destroyed. The only reason I got the grades I got on the 10 I sent to CGC, which was like 3 9s, a 10, nothing was below a 7.5, was because my wife and I got drunk 2 Christmases ago and ripped the whole box trying to get nostalgia. And then the boom hit and boxes like I got that box at a comic store or a card store for $20. And then we opened it that Christmas and I kept everything. I put everything in top loaders. And then the pandemic hit and boxes were selling on eBay for anywhere from $600 to $800. So I was pretty sick. But what are you gonna do?
Cards were like sports cards were already going in like 2018, 2019. They were like even before COVID, and I kind of got into them a little bit. I bought a Patrick Mahomes card for like $20, and I got it graded. It came back PSA 10, perfect. And then then like COVID hit and it went up. It was like over $1,000 worth over $1,000 from all that hype. But it's all that market's all come down, just like the comic market now, and the cards aren't quite as valuable. But I'm holding on to that like long term.
Right.
Mike says he picked up House of Leaves on your recommendation, Ricky.
Dude, it's the dopest book. It's so good.
It looks
Jackpot.
awesome.
She says she picked it up too.
It took
I went to Barnes and Noble
did.
the other weekend and saw it, and I remembered your video, and I was like, "Oh, I have to get this because that looked like the most awesome book."
It's wild, but like I mean, it took the guy Daniel Lusky, the guy who wrote it. It took him 15 years.
Wow.
Because so much of it's like typeface and like the narrative through that. What did I just read? I just read Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke.
I've read that one before.
Wasn't it great?
Yes.
Wild.
How do you spell Mahomes?
MAHOMES.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Might be
You like you're badly saying my homes.
Are you getting hazed in the background, Mr. Akins?
His wife is giving him the business thing.
That'll happen.
Okay,
so
like under the table.
Hazed in the background. I am. Say that again.
Yeah, no, Ricky, not that way.
My wife says I can't spell, which is true. That's the reason I'm a math teacher.
If you turn the camera around,
Math or spelling, right? It's one or the other, right?
If you turn the camera around, his whole family's having like Thanksgiving dinner, and he's doing this.
Right. Yeah, there you go. He's at the head of the table with the camera pointed at him.
Yep.
Quiet in the background. Doing
I'll show one of the here's one of the guests.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yep. Dazzler.
Swift.
Mm-hmm. Somebody who I just watched a video from somebody that was like I think it was like a short probably, but it was her and some woman who was really high up in the Church of Satan, and she looks like just like her, but it's this lady from like the 60s. She looks just like Taylor Swift. They're like, is it really her? Did she make a deal with the devil and she's immortal? You know, this whole thing.
To be fair, all the best music is associated with Satan.
Well, you know, there's that. So AJ Moffat says, so question for everyone, what is your favorite comic set during the holidays? Comic story for the holidays? I mean, it depends on the holiday. Like Batman Long Halloween's probably, one of the best Halloween ones.
I was gonna say that.
Batman Adventures, the holiday special, won the Eisner Award that year for the best single issue. It's all just Christmas stories in one. It's Batman the Animated Series in comic form, and it's vignettes, little stories, and it's all Christmas stories. I'll grab it. It's a wild time. It's really good. You'll love it.
Okay. Exit Ricky.
Mic drop and then leave.
My sister's like private messaging me. She's like, and I have to ask her what's going on because she says, "I'm watching you," and she gives me like the eyeballs, and then she's like giving me a hard time, and then she says, "I'm at gay bingo, but I had to drop in." What is gay bingo, Heidi?
Macho
All
Man
right, let me
playing-
show. Oh yeah, that is a great cover too. The Mr. Freeze
Yeah, it
cover.
is. Yeah, I recognize that
Thank you.
book.
Yeah, it's
What-
all Christmas stories.
What's it called, Ricky?
It's Batman Adventures Holiday Special. It's a one shot. It won the Eisner in the year that
It's a
it came
valuable
out.
book too, right?
I mean,
It's like a $20-$30 book, right?
Yeah, $20-$30. I mean, not nothing, but it was the year 1995. It won for best single issue, and it's all just like where's it? Clayface and Batgirl fight in a store while at a Santa Claus sitting. Come on, you can't get any better than that.
That's great.
Nice.
Ho ho ho!
Ho ho ho.
He's just demeaning women in public. It's so awful.
Ho ho ho.
There were only 3.
Christmas story.
I think you were right, Bigby. It depends on the holiday because, like, obviously my Halloween reading is different than my holiday. But I think I'd go. My favorite is the X-Men 143.
That was
Where-
what I
Oh
was
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say.
That's gonna be out. That was my Christmas. One of my Christmas books for.
I don't
Me
know.
too.
I don't have a
Dude,
vast knowledge of Christmas stories and comics, but that one definitely came to mind.
So my sister says Gay Bingo is a fundraiser for Lifelong, a group that provides health care and end-of-life care for people with AIDS. That's my sister, Heidi, Hedgehog's Dilemma. Hi, Heidi. And I'm sorry I didn't include my siblings in my Thanksgiving video. She was giving me all kinds of garbage about it. How dare.
While we got Ricky on the screen, I got to ask him on Netflix. I turned on, like, at the end of the night to decompress the kids after we after they're wound up, we put our oldest, we let her watch something for like a half hour. And DC League of Super Pets. Have you seen that advertised on Netflix yet?
I haven't watched it. I don't know. I feel like it's a little kid movie.
No. You're gonna lose your mind.
You mean the
cuteness-
movie, or are they doing a series?
They did a movie. It's like an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, I've seen the movie. It's actually really good.
It was it's adorable. That the animals are adorable. Like Crypto is amazing, and there was like some stuff like the turtle like runs way too fast and ends up completely in the wrong area, and they bleep it out, but he says shit and they bleep it out. My wife looks at me, she's like, "What is she watching?" I'm like, "This is awesome." I'm like, I can't wait to talk to Ricky about this one. He is going to be all over this.
I love when the bad guy has the JLA in the cages, like pet cages, and he's feeding fish food to Aquaman, and he's like swimming up and eating it off the surface of the water.
Okay, fine. I'll watch it. You sold me.
There's another part where Superman's playing catch with Crypto, and he's got the tennis ball hidden behind his back, and Crypto's just rolling his eyes.
Right.
Because he's using his
Right.
X-ray vision to see through it.
My sister
Adorable.
says, "Gotta go. Bye, all." So
Bye.
Hi.
everyone says bye, Heidi. Thanks for dropping in.
Hedgehog's Dilemma. That's hilarious.
She has a pet hedgehog.
Oh,
Yeah, he's cute. And then her husband is like he does anime style art, and so his is like Usagi no Ninja or something like that is his character.
Does Batman Returns count as a Christmas movie?
yes, 100%. Yes,
100%.
100%. Happens
Absolutely.
during Christmas. Santa Claus is in it. It's a Christmas Day parade. Oh yeah. So does Shazam. Shazam's a Christmas
Princess,
movie
yep.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, they plan those things to come out around the holidays, right? So
And a technicality, Addams Family 1 was coming out during Thanksgiving, but they wanted it to have that Christmas push because movies back then were out for a little longer. So they filmed the intro independent of the rest of the movie, and it has to do with Christmas. It's you see carolers, and then the camera pans up, and they're pouring boiling water. But that was only added in after the rest of the movie was made, so that they could make it a Christmas movie, but technically still a Christmas movie.
Is Aquaman 2 going to be a Christmas movie? Because that's coming out December 22nd.
You know, I heard that the reason that they're getting all the reshoots and stuff is that they actually made it comic book accurate, and people are flipping out. So that's
all I've heard is negative about that.
If you know anything about the original Aquaman Silver Age storyline,
no.
In Aqua Baby, then you know what I'm talking about.
I like the first movie. I like the first one, so I will go see it.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyone who says different is out of their mind. They're a lunatic, right, Ricky?
Every Die Hard is a Christmas movie. They all take place on Christmas.
Yeah, and it's they always got great soundtracks to it. Yeah.
Is every adult film starring a man because it involves a package. All of them are, in fact, Christmas movies.
Have you seen the Rick and Morty where they have it? Are you doing a Die Hard? And she's like, I don't even know what a Die Hard is. And then slowly she reveals that she does know it. It's pretty hilarious though. I have guys that I work with, and we drive trucks, so I don't know if they get it, but every day I say yippee-ki-yay, brother trucker. But
Can I show off a comic I just bought?
Yeah. You can.
Show me it. I want to see it. I know. Is it in a slab?
Comics. We don't want to see comics.
Comic books.
Ooh.
Wow.
And they got the green label because they signed it.
Someone wrote on it. We want to confirm that it was actually the people.
It got a green label because it was signed?
Well, because it was unconfirmed. But the thing is, like, literally go on eBay and look at the signatures. All of the signatures of the artist and Brian Polito are in the bottom left-hand corner. Like, they all do this. They use different colored pens. The signatures are identical. So it's like, for the price that I got it at, First Lady Death, First Evil Ernie. I'm super excited. And then this one I got on Mercari. If y'all aren't on Mercari, y'all are sleeping. For $130, 1948 Adventure Comics 128. This is the first time Superboy meets Lois Lane.
Holy shnikes.
God, super dope.
Whoa.
Wow.
Dude.
I wonder if Mercari,
you got a golden age for book?
Canada.
You got a golden age book for sub 150.
I'm saying Mercari, man. I'm telling you, I've gotten more deals on Mercari because it's like that's where what are they called? Like the flea market sellers go. So everybody goes on Mercari, and like the flea market sellers, they put up like plates and stuff. So it's not their repertoire, and then they put up a book, and they'll be like $60, and they sell it for case cost. And then that's the most recent, in case anybody doesn't.
Be still my beating heart. Congratulations, man. A great book in any grade.
Smells like Bob.
Victory.
Simonson on there, brushing her hair.
It's so much better than Man Thing.
Smells like
better. You can only say that because you're on the internet and he can't get to you.
Yeah, in real life, I'd be a coward.
This is how you're gonna. Is this how you're gonna start tonight? Is this the controversy?
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
what are we doing?
There we go.
You're gonna start tonight. Controversy. You're gonna start tonight.
You're just like controversy and conflict, part 2. You showing anything else? You gotta warn me. Oh, there we go. First poison ivy.
Not at all.
What is happening? What is going on? Who is this man? What does he have?
So I see you stopped your holding your money.
Yes.
Is that done?
The floodgates
all
have
of
opened.
All this stuff that I'm holding is I'm going to a comic show tomorrow at a mall, and I don't want to part with anything I just showed. I don't want to part with any of it, but I'm going to bring it because I have a lot of like 3.0 to 4.0, $400 to $500 books. and I have a lot of those, and those are easier to get than the $2,000 book. So I'm going to bring like $4,000 in trade and just look for like, hey, does anyone have like a Brave and the Bold 28, like a First Justice League? Does anyone have like an Adventure 247 First Legion? And just be like, I'll trade you. These are easier to sell than that. But that's kind of what I'm doing tomorrow. But this is all my raw stuff. I've never showed my raw stuff on my channel, but I have a ton.
So slow roll that stuff again, because that was too good to do the flash show there like you did.
Okay. It is a conservative 2.5, but it's complete, it's bound, and it does have the centerfold. And in case anybody hasn't seen the centerfold to know, what's the centerfold they keep talking about? It's ridiculous.
It's awesome, yeah.
It's the original first DC Black Label book. Oh, wait.
So that's the centerfold. Best wishes, Batman and Robin. And he signed for both of them, which I thought was rude. Like, it's not like Batman and Robin. It's Batman and like, give Robin something.
No reason to send it in and get a green label.
I'm saying. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They should all be green labels.
Fine.
Hey, Norin, how you doing? Good to see you.
First Batgirl, which I found out today. This is fun. I don't see anybody talking about this. This is a Bigby. It's a Bigby McFly exclusive bit of information. I did not know this because CGC doesn't identify it.
Do you not have tape on your bags? Because those are very dangerous pulls.
Listen, I play fast and loose. Look, there's an advertisement for the first Silver Age Scarecrow.
Oh,
That's awesome.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
Nice.
And it even says out of the distant past.
The distant past.
Out of the dim. What does it say? Out of the dim and misty days of the past comes your mom. And
that's
then
awesome.
For Raw. Oh yeah, okay. This is the first elongated man. Flash 112.
Yes. Yep.
He's so long.
Reed Richards is cooler.
I agree. First Sinestro.
That's pretty cool.
It is literally any day of the week. This would be a 7-0 if it wasn't for this hole. There's a hole right here, right on her like groin area. And
That's the tape hole when Ricky was being a little careless.
Yeah. This is Jeffrey Epstein, and this is the hole he created. First Professor Zoom.
Professor Zoom.
Another great copy, but low grade because it's got someone wrote on it, and it's got this one subscription crease that goes right down the side.
He was just trying to make sure that you realize that it was plural. There's two
Flashes.
So here's a question. Your Evil Ernie got a green label because it was signed and unverified.
Yeah, qualified grade.
If you or qualified. If you sell a book or you
What was
grade
that last book, Ricky? What was that last book?
Beast Boy.
First Beast Boy? Okay.
First Beast Boy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Speaking Jackpot language now.
Both statics. Polybag and then non-polybag. This is actually one of the rarer books I own. DC Showcase number 20, the first appearance of Rip Hunter Time Master. And if you're asking who's Rip Hunter Time Master, I would challenge that's why it's valuable.
AJ says, dude, I love that first Thon. It was Eelbark.
Oh,
Thon.
yeah. I got that again. Mercari, MFer. Mercari, that was $120 on Mercari. Stop.
This is the first book that I actually have that you're showing. I have that book.
Oh, I love the Atom.
That's a cool cover.
First Adam.
And then some like junk books. Oh, this one, $28 on Mercari.
Is
that second race?
First race.
Ooh, black cover there, Colossus.
Yeah, that bullet firing on the side of the spine always trips me up. It makes me think like it's got some damage on that.
A ton of damage. It doesn't. And then this is the first. This is an odd oddity. This is the first Monsieur Mala and the Brain. It's a giant gorilla that walks around with a brain in the DC universe.
I like they were Teen Titans a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then literally a mid-grade.
5-0, middle of the road.
Like smack down in the middle. And then the last rare book. This is the last one that I'm bringing tomorrow to be like, hey, does anyone want to trade? Again, I don't want to get rid of it, but if it does fetch a trade. House of Secrets 61. This is the first appearance of Eclipso.
Yes.
And again, Mercari, $130. This is like a $400 book.
There you go,
Oh,
guys.
There
Macari.
you go.
That's all I got.
Colossus, what was your question about the green label? Because I want to see if I can answer it.
So I was just the fact that he got a green label because of the signatures. What happens when you have like that S on the flash book, or some kid writes
No, that
Robert
doesn't matter.
across your X-Men trade dress?
You know what? You're
That doesn't
absolutely right.
matter.
Let me grab my crypto. A little kid wrote on my book. Let me show you, and it has a blue label.
Yeah, so
Makes
like
perfect
I
sense to
feel
me.
like that's kind of weird.
I feel like it's when it's a signature of someone of importance. So someone that
Yeah, a
supposedly has
creator.
something to do
Yeah.
with, like a creator, like someone has to do with the book. Then they have to say, hey, we can't. They, if it says
Like
Bobby's
Stanley
comic, they
or
don't give a
something.
crap. Right.
Hmm.
Neil Adams.
The
Interesting.
weird thing
So
is, like,
is
if
it-
it's on the inside of the book, they don't care. They
So
won't.
is
They'll
it
say
worth-
like, they'll say something like writing on inside of book.
Right,
but,
right.
Is it
Yes.
worth cracking it open and sending it to CBCS to have it verified?
That's what I would do.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm going to do. But okay, so this is a first appearance
Yeah.
crypto, blue label, 1955. But then Harry Heese Jr. wrote his name on the back.
Well,
So then
didn't you know he's a famous guy?
I like to think he's dead. But Harry Heese wrote on the back, so and blue label. So yeah, I think actually that makes perfect sense. I've never thought about that, Colossus.
Why do you like to think he's dead?
Because then he won't come for it. I'll be at a convention one day and he's like, "That's my book."
Hey, MFer, that's my book.
Get away from me, old man.
All right. Well, we will take the spotlight off of Ricky.
Please.
Always entertaining, Ricky.
God, it seems like he was just waiting to blow that. He was just like, oh, here's everything.
I can show some books.
Here's all I got.
Here's all my books.
Ah, no,
I'm just so excited.
I would be too.
AJ says, dang, you're showing a lot of comics on my want list. And Norin says, back in the day, everyone wrote their names on their comics to keep the other kids from stealing them.
Short-sighted.
That's right. That's right.
Nice.
I was like, whoa, Sophie's got like Christmas lights going on there.
Yeah.
Like red
Bought a
flashes.
new- I bought a new ring light. I guess it died, and that's its signal.
Oh.
I just charged it
Flash
too.
the thread at you. Hey, I'm low on battery. I'm out.
It's what $8 at Walmart gets you. So
Oh, there you go. Quality goods. Quality goods. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and do this unboxing from John's Comics with Kids and see what he sent me. So first of all, he sent me, and I saw there was a letter on here, but he sent me, so we've got this blue tape and we got a letter. I will read the letter. And some stickers for his channel. And I'm going to have to ask him because there's like John's Comics with Kids sticker. And then there's like a whole, which I have no idea what that has to do with John's Comics with Kids. But
He probably let his kid
There's that.
pick one to send.
Just fun.
It's fun.
yeah. So letter says, Brian, thank you so much for the chats, the comics, and the friendship. Consider these books a small thank you towards balancing the scales. You've done a lot for me, and this is the least I can do in return. I hope these books help to move you closer to your X-Men collecting goals. I know that I wouldn't have completed my Claremont run without the encouragement, support, advice, and gifts I got from so many friends in our comic community. I suppose this is my way of paying it forward. Good luck with your X-Men run, John.
What a sweetheart.
Yeah. So, first book. So I think I told him I was working on mainly the burn run, and then I was working on like 200 and under. And then he's like, well, what other issues do you need, like 200 through 300? And I think he just threw in a 305.
I
So,
like that cover.
we got a 305.
Bigby, who's your favorite X-Men?
It's a default got to be Wolverine, right? But there's I don't know if he's meant to send me. There's a sketch card in here. I'll have to ask him. I mean, it's not a X-Men sketch card. Let's see if we can get this out of the bag.
Dead
There
air.
there is a original art Spawn sketch card in here from one of the community artists. It's just drawn on a piece of backer board, but that's pretty cool.
Those are always nice when they draw those things on the back of boards.
I saw like on Easyverse, they were doing an auction, and they were for a lot of local artists or the YouTube artists, and they were doing a lot of those. And it's a lot of fun. So we've got cool. This is a Mutant Massacre issue, right? 210. Come on, mess with us, make our day. I always love that all the X-Men look really badass, but I don't know if you guys know, but this is right after Nightcrawler got really messed up. He tried to teleport a piece of Nimrod.
Yes.
Like he was grabbing him and teleporting. He went to grab his arm, and Nimrod predicted the move and stuck his arm where Nightcrawler teleported. So it was messed him bad. Yeah, so he's hunched over like, yeah, come on, I'll take you on.
Great cigar cover.
What's that?
Great cigar cover there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we were talking about our smoking covers. There's a Wolverine smoking there. So
if you see any kind of modern reprints of that, they took the cigar off the art. So
really?
Yeah. So I have it. It's on the cover of one of my my X-Men omnibus, and it's like a refreshed art, and they took the cigar off it, and it's ridiculous.
So we got here's a matchup for you: Phoenix versus the Beyonder.
Cool cover.
And then 203. Awesome! Thank you so much, John. These are so cool.
That's on the heels of, or just off the heels of, Secret Wars 2.
Yes.
Yeah. It's during Secret Wars 2.
Yeah, it's right in and around that time. Yeah.
Speaking of Nimrod, first appearance of Nimrod.
Awesome.
191. This is a great story. It takes place during the Kulan Goth is he's in the Marvel team up Spider-Man and Red Sonja, which is done by John Byrne, Mr. Akins. And Kulan Goth is a wizard from the Conan, the Hyborian age, who put his soul or his essence into like this amulet.
Ooh,
and
like
and so he comes back and he transforms all of New York City into this Sumerian age place, city. And so all of the superheroes are turned into these fantasy characters instead of superheroes. So it's pretty cool. And 187. We got Dire Wraiths. Where's Rom when you need him, right?
All right. I just did a yellow cover challenge. I thought about using that one, but I didn't. I used a different one.
And we got Colossus on there, Ryan, just in case you're wondering. And what else we got? Oh, now we're going way back. Here we go. 139.
Nice.
Wow.
Kitty joins the X-Men.
Yeah, that's the first welcome to the X-Men. Hope you survived the experience cover, and then they've done that multiple times. So cool. Somebody say John Byrne.
They did.
And then 113. Very cool.
Yeah, that's
Love
one
that
of
cover.
that's one of the cool covers where they show the whole team in battle, but like from afar. Like you don't see that often. Like they're usually like close ups. There's a few of the characters. Like I love the perspective of that cover. Observing from afar. You don't see that.
And it's kind of like one of the I think we were talking about it, like one of the first ones where it really shows them working as a team, right? I mean, kind of like because they kept getting their butts handed to them.
Storyline too. Yeah.
And are they fighting Magneto?
Yeah.
Okay, so a little bit of a callback to the first issue too.
They're in
his Colossus is actually landing a punch on Magneto.
Yeah, he's giving it to him.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Do you?
It's in the Savage Land. When he had that, he has his base inside a volcano.
Thrown across the room.
Yeah, I was the worst X-Men team against Magneto. You got Wolverine and Colossus, just big, massive amounts of metal, right?
Pretty useless for the most part. In fact, Colossus is generally a weapon against the X-Men when he's fighting Magneto.
Right. I was just thinking the other day there was that issue where Colossus got severely, like he was dying, and it was when Magneto had become like the headmaster of the school.
Yeah, yeah. Is that the one?
Said, this is the first time I'm going to use my powers to heal rather than destroy. And is that
the one when he gets like super hot and then like they freeze him?
Yeah, they dumped like liquid nitrogen on him. They superheated him and dumped liquid nitrogen on him.
Yeah.
Lens 20 Comics says 139 is also the first Wolverine brown suit. Yeah. Yeah. Manny says, Mr. Akins, AI fever hit one of my classes. I wonder if that's been an issue for you in any way.
Oh, yeah. Since I've been teaching virtual, it's been for the past maybe 3 years I've been dealing with it. But it's funny. I've dealt with it. I use it myself. I've gotten to the point where I can immediately tell when something's been written in AI. I can immediately tell whether or not, for those kids that are listening, this is how you use AI. You don't use it. Don't use it and make your work perfect. You can use AI and you can make it to where it says, hey, I want to get an 80 on this. Make it to where it has spelling errors, that. And then that's how you do it. And you put it in there so that I can't tell. Plus you make sure that it's not using any words that you would never, I know a 8th grader or a 9th grader would ever use.
It's not part of your vocabulary.
Yes.
Right.
Like
my college students aren't any better. The adults, they're the exact same. They do the
same exact thing.
Same exact thing. Like no
About
variance.
2 years ago, one of my fellow teachers went full on with AI and he hooked everything in the AI. He even hooked his phone into it. It took his wife 2, maybe 3 weeks before she realized all the texts that she was sending him. He was using AI to answer.
Oh no.
I could tell it was AI because you finally said you loved me.
Exactly. That's how it started off. It was like, you've never talked to me this way. I think I like it. And it just went on from there. I was like, really, dude?
It's like Vision and Scarlet Witch. Here we go. Hey, Yusa, good to see you.
And also as a math teacher, I've been dealing with AI for a long time because most of Google and all, Google's a really simple form of AI. You can do a lot of math. So we've been dealing with it for a long time as far as a math teacher. It seems like only the English teachers now are seeming to deal with it more on a regular basis.
So I said there was slabs. I was thinking probably it's going to, he sent me some 7s or 8s or something, Well,
holy smokes.
9-4. 189 Celine appearance, Magma, and Sebastian Saw. So no big key, but sweet book. Thank you for that, John. That's awesome. Very, very cool. I love that Ramita cover. Ramita Jr.
That was one of the issues with the writer strike was how much AI they were using to help write a lot of the scripts.
Yeah, that's weren't we talking about that with the Marvels movie where I said there was an actual scene where she says there was people who needed help, and I'm like, that's not even proper English.
Right.
Oh my gosh! And then I love this cover too. Another 9-4.
Mm-hmm.
First adversary.
Very sweet. So those are the books, but John, thank you so much.
I've always loved that cover.
And appreciate them very much. And I know you said you're balancing the scales, but I feel like I owe you some original artwork or something at some point, or maybe if we can work something out for other things. So.
Can you read the top right of that the last book you showed? What does it say?
Forge appearance, Magneto cameo. So it doesn't say first adversary, but that doesn't mean it's not. They don't always list them.
They often
Yeah.
don't list certain first appearances or significance.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's weird. It takes a while for them. I wonder like what triggers them to actually list it, because like I have the Justice League Dark #1 from 2011, and it's like unanimous. It's the first time they use Justice League Dark in a title, and they don't even have it on the right side. And I've talked to other creators too, and they tend to agree that they just haven't caught up with it yet, if you will, to like
Right.
make that, you know. And it's like, so what do I do? Have to get it reslabbed if they do?
It's like those Midnight Suns books I got. I got first
Yes.
Kitten and first full appearance and like nothing on them.
If you guys aren't subbed up to this guy, he's awesome.
I am.
Amazing content. And if you're an X-Men fan, definitely sub to him. He's got some great X-Men content. So there you go. I think I
That's
turned you on to
awesome.
him early on, right, Brandon? Because he collects with his daughters.
Yep, yeah, that definitely relatable content, man.
Does he have some kind of affiliation with Comic Tom? Because I've seen them like do like duo posts and stuff, or I've seen them like.
I think they know each other. They were around the same circle of friends when Comic Tom first started out. So like Comics with Bueller and John's Comics with Kids and Comic Tom. So I know they have a friendship relationship, but I don't know if they're.
Oh, I was just curious.
on
'Cause
anything.
I saw he was doing these X-Men. I did one of those. It was like a rank your X-Men filter thing on TikTok, and he was trying to get one where Storm would be in it.
I don't think did he ever get one? I've seen so many that he's done. He's like
he did finally get one. But it took like 10 cracks at it. But when he would post it, it always said like with Comic Tom or something like that on the top. And I was just curious.
okay. Yeah. Well, does anybody else have anything that they want to share of things that they've gotten as AOKs or gifts or anything like that? Or
That would be
I just-
Brandon from Mon Comics.
Brandon wants to.
I just want to share to retort to Ricky's shenanigans.
Okay.
I mean, I got to go
It's not
find
so
like
bad.
the worst books I can find to go to pair with Ricky's books.
Here's a black cover for you, Ryan.
Yeah, I watched your video today, my friend.
I saw that.
Killer book.
And Bronze and Modern Gods say that story in that is one of the best Man-Thing stories ever.
Yeah, Steve Gerber wrote it, so he's like, you know, he was really prolific at this point with Man-Thing, but Swamp Thing and Man-Thing.
Is it true that Man-Thing is just a Hannaford brand Swamp Thing?
No.
Is he just a true?
Man-Thing,
He's a true
Man-Thing,
value.
Man-Thing came first. So
He's the toaster pastries of Swamp Thing. He's the
Man-Thing.
That's
You know
just
what?
true.
You know what? How much more fun is it to say, Ricky? House of Secrets
Yes.
92, or I just got my giant size Man-Thing #4. I mean, come on. It's a no-brainer. No, I found this. God, this was so cheap on eBay. I think this was 65 shipped.
Oh wow.
Yeah, prices are just, everyone knows. They're just, I mean, on all sorts of books. You know,
There's a guy on IG that I need to start sending you guys some stuff. He's just starting out selling, and like his prices are ridiculously low. I sent Mike some links to some books for him today, or I think it was today.
Do you have the first Hellboy, Brandon?
The San Diego Comic-Con?
Yeah.
You do. I saw you flash it, and I got jealous and hit my computer. The only thing I have some graphic novels of Hellboy, like especially the one I kept from the college class I took, comic books as literature, because it was like Seed of Destruction. So like I just fell in love with it, and like I loved that Hellboy was fighting. You know, I loved his smart ass personality first of all, but I loved that he was fighting legendary creatures or interacting with like Baba Yaga from Russia, or was it the St. George Dragon? Maybe, I don't know. I just found that fascinating as a monster fan all throughout my life. So I need to get that book. I need the first one in color, which is what is that?
A Next Men 24.
Next Men, yeah.
I have here. I'll grab mine.
But I did find this at a small comic show a few months ago. It's Seed of Destruction #1. It's the first ongoing Hellboy, and this is pretty high grade with a sweet black cover. So
That's sweet.
I've been planning on picking up the rest of the run, but it just Hellboy. Oh, to go with that, Ricky. I have it right here. I'm going to show more of this stuff on Scotty Vaughn's show on Monday, Comic Book Addicts. And Ricky, I'm so mad. You know what, Ricky? I'm sorry, Ricky. When you asked me to.
You and Ricky need a room.
Yeah, we do. When you asked me what else I collect, something I totally forgot about. I don't have a huge autograph collection, but I have like kind of a pretty prolific one. So Ron Perlman filmed a movie in my hometown, and I happen to have
That's
this
awesome.
Hellboy DVD.
Wow.
So he drew like a Hellboy symbol over here, but to Brandon Best, you know. So like when he showed up at the bar that I was working at, I had heard he was in town. So being the nerd I am, you know, I brought like all my like DVDs. I'm like, can you sign something, Mr. Perlman? He's like, yeah. And I came out with all this stuff. He's like, wow, you came prepared. And I'm like, well, dude, you know, if I had to find you at a con to pay for this stuff, like you're doing us, I traded him some beer, but he was really cool about that. He was just a really sweet guy. He's actually kind of short. I towered over him. I'm like, Hellboy, you
Really?
puss. Yeah.
That is shocking.
So Ricky, you're 6'4", right?
Yeah.
6'3". We could have squashed Hellboy. Like it would
I'm
have been no problem.
6'4" too.
Oh Jesus, Ryan, I didn't know that. He signed my Pacific Rim.
Yeah, he did.
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, he
and
did.
it's signed Hannibal Chow, which is awesome.
That's awesome.
And then the last thing I had him sign, and this is a really important piece to me, especially now, but it is the Justice League Flashpoint Paradox. He voiced Deathstroke in that. But the other person that signed it is Kevin Conroy, of course.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, so my wife took me to New York Comic Con in 2014, and Kevin Conroy was there, and he was, as you can imagine, the nicest, sweetest, you know, like he's like, you guys want a picture? Like I'll hop around, and like took a picture of me and my wife, and like talked Batman and stuff. And I've always said that DC does the cartoon movies better, or the cartoon series, whatever you want to call it. They have just dominated it. I mean, from Flashpoint Paradox to Justice League Dark to Armageddon War, like everything they do, I love. I think it's fantastic.
The Turtles versus Batman is one of the best things you'll ever see.
I got to see that. So those are just some of my autographs.
It was written by Tinian.
Really?
Yeah, he wrote it.
Nice.
Your wealth of knowledge. So I'm going to bring some more autographs. I have a couple crazy ones too that I'll bring out Monday. But I just thought that seeing the Hellboy made me think of that. And I was like, man, that would have been perfect for Ricky's challenge. I just didn't think about it because they were kind of buried, you know, like when you have all sorts of collectibles and just get buried. But yeah, I already showed my other books, so you could take me off, Bigby. I already showed my other books in my video. So, I mean, I know Sophie wants, this is on Sophie's list.
Oh, that's such a great pickup.
I got to keep, this is like when Ryan got Giant Size X-Men 1. I have to, this isn't on that same level, but I love this cover so much and the story. And
yeah.
You just kind of got to keep showing it off for a little bit. But yeah, it's, Rohan made a good point too. Like you hold this book in person, like it's, the pictures can't even do it justice. So.
He's hugging it. If we're doing autographs, okay, it's the shortest story. So I went to a convention to meet this comic book artist, and his line was enormous, and you had to buy tickets in advance. And so I was standing in line really early with my wife, who also got a ticket for this person, just so I could get more time talking to him. And we're standing in line, and there's just the nicest dad. And he had a kid that was kind of ill, and he was like, my kid couldn't come with me, so I'm here to get his book signed. And so we're talking the whole time, and we're having a great time. And we get up to the front in front of the artist, and I'm like, hey man, I'm not going to use the autograph portion. I just want my photo, and I just want him to sign my sketchbook. He's not going to do a sketch. I just want him to sign it. And the guy was like, I was like, you can have my autographs, because every person got 2. And he was just so grateful and thankful. And the artist heard. And when the artist got my sketchbook in front of him, much to the chagrin of his handler, he drew a quick Alex Ross, Superman Kingdom Come little sketch.
That is so sweet, dude.
Wow.
Dude,
yeah,
that's a class act.
That's
It
a
was
real
so
superhero
classy.
move.
He was like, that was really nice, and I was like, oh, I appreciate it. And he was like, yeah, let me just. And his handler was like, you're not supposed to do sketches, because like he was contracted not to do sketches, but he was very upset.
Handlers, I love it. Look at the Westminster Dog Show. They have handlers. It's hilarious that they're like,
Yeah.
there it is in a
There it
9-4
is.
Yeah. And then you've got that one,
appearance of Hellboy.
and then that's the first in color and cover.
I'm mildly turned on.
Isn't there another cameo one with him too? Next Men, where it's like he's on like a cardboard cutout or something.
Yeah, in the issue preceding it, they're leaving a gas station, and through the glass door at the front of the gas station, it's like, or like, it's not like a thumbs up, but you know what I mean. He's there.
There's a poster or something, right?
Yeah, it's through the window.
Ricky, did you buy that graded or did you send that in yourself? I'm assuming you bought it graded.
I was. This is how underpriced Hellboy is, and it's coming to an end. I can already see it. I was in the theater for the most recent Hellboy movie. I'm in the
David
theater.
Arbor,
It was a Dolby showing, like one of those big theaters, and it was the night before release, so it was just me and like a row of like dudes in the front, and that was the entire theater. And I was like, there's no way. How expensive is this book? I'm just curious. I looked it up, went on eBay, $120 for a 9.4 while that movie was in theaters. Tell me that's not underpriced. Yeah, $120.
I thought it was way more. I thought it was way more.
Now it is when that movie but even now, you can get a 9.6 for like $250 today. Like the time to buy that book is like now, not now.
Yeah. I have a feeling like we had a discussion in the chat group that we're in about like somebody was saying, would you rather have like Silver Age books or would you rather have like a Crow #1? And I'm like, there are so fewer copies of Crow #1. I'm like, you see Silver Age, the same Silver Age books over and over and over again. I'm like, these indie books, you know, like even like one that I think is undervalued is the first appearance, the Warp Graphics #1, the first appearance of ElfQuest. There's a bunch of them, you know. You have Ampy, Cerebus, First Grendel. A lot of great indie books. Oh my God, Ricky.
Ricky's going to coin the term, instead of paper cut, a mylar cut.
Yeah.
I do want
polypropylene.
I do want a Crow #1. I was really big into that movie when it came out.
I wanted to like. I really wanted to get into it, but I was like, I'm not gonna argue. I'm like, there's some people in there who were saying some inflammatory things, and I was like, I'm not getting into it.
About the Crow?
Yeah, it was Rohan who was saying these niche characters, blah blah blah. I'd much rather have my Silver Age book.
I guess I just blocked that out because I love the Crow so much. No one can do no wrong. So I was just like,
you're saying like you need to have more liquid assets, and I'm like, the Crow is a well-known character, and those books, the print run is so much smaller.
The Crow passes the grandma test.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. It does.
And for those of you who don't know in chat, if the grandma test is if you can say the name of the character to your grandmother who knows nothing about this stuff and she's heard of it, that gives an indication as to how much into the zeitgeist that character is. You
gotta say it in your grandma voice though. The way you did on your video.
It's a little pleasury. It's Lois Lane. I don't know.
I know something.
Can anyone do any? This is a question I've had to ask for a while. I'm sorry, I'm dominating. Does anyone do any impressions?
I was talking with 22 Comics about that because he does a hell of a child of Carl Childers. He actually will read X-Men stories of Carl Childers on his channel. And I don't know if you've seen it, Ricky, but it's freaking hilarious. It's Carl Childers telling like an X-Men story. And he's like, I reckon Jean Grey won in the French fabricators. And he's doing the whole story. I do Gollum and Beetlejuice.
I've never met another Gollum.
My cousin
I can do Gollum.
Do your Gollum, Ricky. You said it.
Stupid fat habits, give it to us raw and wriggling.
Good.
I love it.
Stupid fat habits.
keep nasty chips. Give it to us raw, regular. You keep those nasty. You keep those nasty. You keep those nasty chips. Yeah. My voice is a little off, but you picked the same one as I do. I did.
I'll try to do one. Just bear with me.
Ooh.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
That was great. The claw.
Love it. That's great.
The claw.
Oh man, I can do a Winnie. Hello there, Christopher Robin. Do you come to the 100-acre woods to escape your abusive stepfather? I like to call you Christopher Robin when you get real close.
That was good.
Ricky making Pooh say the inappropriate things. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's so
He's
great.
talking to the witch doctor. He's like, let me ask you something. Is that your handiwork? That's quite nice. Yo, Elvis, King! Oh, well, looks like I'm up next. That's a good thing I got that photo shoot with GQ in about half an hour.
That's really good.
Hey, it's Dave.
West Coast Dave.
Y'all know Dave,
Dave,
our fellow
Avengers.
pusher.
Dave's videos make me laugh. That ASM pickup he just had, wow.
Yeah. And if you guys don't know, Dave is going to have his Davenger Con Winter Edition or Winter Davenger Con. His Davenger Con is going to be tomorrow, I believe. And Dave, you can chime in the chat and we can pimp that some more. But yeah, so I believe he's going to be selling lots of cool books. So
yeah, did you watch his video, Sophie? MJ?
I haven't seen it. No.
He got this collection of Amazing Spider-Man that I mean, you won't see books like super high grade early. I forgot what numbers he had, but I mean they were all like easily over a 7, most like
Wow.
8, 5, 9, maybe over 9. They were amazing.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's really incredible to see. And also, fun fact, Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con #2, the first Hellboy, there's a certified Magnolia sign, CGC certified 9.8 on eBay for $20 right now with 1 day left in 20 hours.
So Dave says his thing starts at 9:38 Pacific and is streaming for 12 hours.
And I have Magnolia's signature. That's it. Yeah, that's gonna be sweet.
Hey, Bronze Age Nerd, Chris, good to see you, buddy. Yes, I know. I invited Chris to do. I'm like, hey, I got a opening thing to do. He's like, he's still recovering from the Mission 22 fundraiser thing that we did. He's still trying to get everything taken care of. So,
congrats on that again.
Yeah, we blew through that. The projection that we were trying to do of $3,000, we got almost. What was it? Almost.
Did you make it to 7,000 last time I was
almost
looking?
7, just under 7.
It was 6,800 something.
Yeah. So just under 7, but very, very cool. And
I can't believe I got a signed Predator print from Chris Warner for like $50. Like,
right? I was like, Brandon, you got to get in here. I'm like, messaging you.
My kids were like literally climbing on the furniture. I'm like, kids, stop for a minute. Daddy's got some important work to do. And but it only went for like 35, I think. But I just wanted to donate 50 to the cause. But I was like a signed Predator
that's
print.
awesome.
Like, so that'll look good. No, 6820. Nice job.
Yeah.
Dave says, do we have every corner of North America covered right now at the stream? I think so.
Maine.
Yeah.
Except
the
Toronto,
Southwest.
Yeah.
Southwest.
Yeah.
When you're down there, ways though, Mr. Akins.
Yeah, nobody's any further south than I am. I'm running the air conditioning right now. Everybody else is.
We won't let any more further south than you. You're it. That's it. Someone from Florida tries to join this gang. They're out. Sorry.
So Bronze says we got 6,820 is what we ended up with for grand total.
Wow, good for you.
And if you guys didn't tune in, oh man, some of my that last one, we dropped the ball on getting some of my artwork going. So some of my artwork went for like a steal. So there's like some really cool the Wolverine piece that went. I mean, that guy's gonna be happy with it.
How much did the Darkwing Duck go for?
I think the Darkwing Duck that day went for the most. I think it went for like 39. And then
that was a
the
really
previous stream, most of my stuff was going around $50. And we were focusing on being fast and efficient on the donations that we had. And so the artwork was kind of like which I'm not complaining at all. If we raised money for a great cause, I'm just saying, like, yeah, some people got some great deals. Yeah, like the Angela went for $20.
I would have bought that Darkwing. I would have bought that Darkwing for double if I could have been at the stream. I don't know why I couldn't be there that night, but my friends, a good local friend's daughter, like got into like reading comics hard, like reading, and she loves Darkwing Duck's her favorite. And that's why I reached out and I was like, "Hey, did that sell?" And like, "Yeah." Shoot,
that was last Saturday, wasn't it? Last Saturday.
Yeah, the Darkwing came out super good. Like, people are chiming in, and and then Bronson's saying, and so I'm in the stream, and I'm like, cool. Last time the president of Dynamite came in, his brand Bronze is associated with him, and he had donated a whole bunch of stuff. And so I was like, cool, maybe he'll get to see my artwork. And my phone died right as the guy from Dynamite came in, so my stuff went off screen, and then I came back and he was gone. So, oh well.
We call that the Frederick Luck in my household.
Yeah, there we go. So, but yeah, I've been really pleased with the way the artwork's been coming out lately, and obviously I'm jamming it out on YouTube and IG. So
yeah, that Darkwing Duck, the action, the way he was grabbing his cape, like you were saying, that looked so good. I love that piece. I really did love that piece.
Travis has dubbed my style frenetic style. Like, you are the frenetic artist, because everything I do has movement and motion. And
yes.
Yeah. So, anybody else have any other stories or things they want to show off, or AOKs or giveaways or?
I got a few books.
All right.
Yeah. Colossus
just some cool books to show. Let me not hit remove from stage.
I haven't done a video since before I left for my work trip, so I have like a stack of stuff I still have to do videos for.
Any of it from Dave?
Actually, I'll show one cool thing. This is my new stand.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, I love it.
3D
Wait, do the sound effect.
Oh!
That's cool. I love it.
Where did you get that, Ryan?
I got it from Stand It Up Comics on IG. They also have an Etsy shop, so definitely check them out for all your stand needs. So speaking of AOKs, I gave MON Comics, Brandon, my giant size man thing #1. So I had to get a new one.
Yeah, you did.
So that's
Mr. Akins, strip that little quote there.
Being the only one who's showing off their giant size man thing. So this was kind of cool, just a random grab. The official Marvel Index of the X-Men.
That's cool.
Sweet. Who's the artist on that?
No idea.
Is it Kubert?
I don't know. It doesn't have a. Oh, I don't know if anybody can read that. Hold on.
I cannot see.
Sorry, I'm trying to see if I can get it to.
You say it's a new camera?
Right under.
Yeah, I see it.
Right under Wolverine's.
Yeah, I can't make it out.
I don't know what that is.
The Professor Xavier face looked different.
It looks like Costellini, but I don't know if that's correct. Castellini.
Castellano?
No, it looks like it ends with an I. Anyways, Uncanny X-Men 274. Just another copy of
Jim Lee goodness. A cigar cover.
Cigar cover. Mm-hmm.
Savage Land Rogue.
Bikini cover.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
Right. Hey, Marcus. My good friend Marcus, the woodworker. We're talking about, giant-sized man things, so you can work your wood here, too.
Mm-hmm.
It was king size special X-Men #2.
King size special as opposed to giant size.
Or king size annual, or yeah. A little rough.
The king, I think that one's not Neil Adams. It's the other one there's another one with that similar logo that's a Neil Adams cover. Is that probably the first one?
Yeah, this is
Neil Adams.
I don't know when this came out, but it's like early suits, unless it's telling a story from.
I think it's reprinting an original, or retelling original stories.
Claudio Castellini.
There we go. West Coast Avengers, Mr. Dave chiming in with the knowledge bomb.
This is just a cool cover. New Mutants #2.
Mm-hmm.
Got these metallic sentinels, kind of cool.
Those early New Mutants, they've actually started. There's a lot of first appearances in those that are starting to pick up some steam. Not necessarily that issue, but I mean like the first Celine.
In those early ones, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got X-Men and Alpha Flight.
Yes.
#1.
It's the first time that Madeline Pryor got powers.
Yep.
I got ASM 378. Really dope.
Nice
cover.
Some
Any
Bagley
cover
Carnage
Venom
going on
getting
there.
his butt kicked, I'll enjoy.
Mr. Aiken loves Venom. Big fan.
Yes, I know. Any cover where he's getting his butt kicked, I love it.
But
Giant
it's Carnage.
Giant size.
You love him just as much.
#1.
Oh, I love that.
I
Yeah.
love those supervillain team up books.
I love Supervillain Team Up, the 2-in-1s, all those books are really cool.
There must have been something about those supervillain team up books when I was a kid, because I don't own any of them anymore because I cut them into absolute pieces.
Used them up.
That's
Good
my
figure.
favorite. My favorite Submariner outfit too. The black one.
Black.
The
Yeah,
black
it's pretty cool. I like that outfit too. And here's #2.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm wearing it on the Illuminati cover.
We don't talk about.
Yeah.
We don't talk about the Illuminati.
Ryan, who's your favorite villain?
Ooh.
Oh, I know. I can answer it.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Akins.
Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom, or I don't know. Magneto too. I really like Magneto.
Oh, but see, Mike and I will argue that Magneto is a good guy.
He's conflicted.
He's not a bad guy in his own mind. Whereas Dr. Doom knows he's a villain.
Every villain is the hero in his own story.
I also like Juggernaut. I don't know, but probably Dr. Doom. I think Dr. Doom's pretty kick-ass.
Speaking of, well, have you guys ever read the Marvel graphic novel with Dr. Doom and Dr. Strange, where Doom enlists Strange to help him go to hell and save his mother's soul?
I've not read it, but I've heard a lot about the story. I want to.
Is that after the one you sent me, Bigby?
The one I
Mike
sent.
is adamant he's not a villain. He's an anti-hero. Let's go.
I didn't send you that one, Brandon, but it is a story where it's a graphic novel like the New Mutants one. It's a big oversized book.
Oh yes.
Mike Mignola artwork in it.
There's only one problem with that cover.
Put on a horror movie right now.
Venom lives.
There's the problem with the cover. Venom's face is in the corner, right?
Yeah. This is where Cletus Cassidy gets infected with the symbiote. And then
yes.
Gotta love.
Oh, Mike chiming in with
another
Punisher is more of a villain than Magneto.
Mike is very passionate about the subject of Magneto. I tend to agree. I get the thought on that. He is a good guy at times. He's a bad guy motivated by good
Punisher. There's like
intentions. I got one more.
Okay. Oh, hey, there's a graphic
Ooh,
novel.
nice.
First print.
I do believe so.
It'll say so in the indicia.
Otherwise, I was duped.
I was duped. Or does it say so, or does it not say anything in the indicia? I'm not sure.
Audit says nothing.
So speaking of the Punisher, like I was really into the Punisher for a while until he killed Microchip. Then I was really mad. It's like because they had a storyline where he found out that Microchip had done some shady stuff and he killed Microchip. He's the only guy that was really behind him in his corner for so long.
I think Disney's done with Punisher. Like the license.
He's coming back. They're gonna do the thing where he gets the Iron Man armor.
I don't know. I don't know if Disney wants to go anywhere near it.
They've already signed. What's his name? Barenthal.
Done. Make me so.
No, I like the view. I'm good here. Let's just
that the Alpha Flight behind you, Ryan, is that 9.6? Is that the Canadian variant?
That it is.
Oh, okay. We got to take a look at this Canadian variant.
Yes, it is.
I was just talking about that the other day.
Nice.
Canadian variant.
Does the Canadian variant
Dave
make
kept
them?
Dave kept showing Alpha Flight #1s on his show, and I'd be like, "What's the price on that? What's the cover price on that?" And he's like, and he probably was like, "Damn it, Bigby, I know about the Canadian price variant."
Is it a variant because of the price, or because this version makes them interesting?
Oh, ouch!
Ooh,
Ouch. Shots fired.
Shots fired. Came after your Alpha Flight. Came after my man thing. What else is gonna come after Ricky?
Yeah, sorry.
Well, let's go. I guess Sophie will show some comics, and he'll go after her next.
You gonna show some
I do
comics,
have
Sophie?
some to show. Yes.
Awesome. Let's see some.
You have
Let's see some Jackpot comics.
So I picked up a bunch of comics recently on Whatnot auctions. My dad has got me completely addicted to them. So I got a bunch earlier, but I got this one. This is Amazing Spider-Man 500. It's a J. Scott Campbell cover. It's an early one, but it also came out the year I was born. So I love finding stuff that's like the same age as me or came out the same month
Oh my
as
God,
my
very
birthday.
cool.
So this one's like extra special to me.
Don't ask
So-
us to do that.
Shots fired. Shots
I
fired.
I'll be pulling out some Bronze Age stuff. Going, hey, here we go. This is the same age as me. So Brandon, Man Thing, same. I'm the same age as Man Thing.
I knew that.
Yep.
Wow, that means wow. I guess I'm the only Silver Age panelist on here.
Are you? What year were you born, Mr. Akins?
1969.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
end of it.
71. So I had no idea you were older than me.
Yes, I'm old.
Old as dirt.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. That's right. That's
Get off
right.
my lawn.
You're that cranky comic collector I'm always talking about.
Another one I picked up. This one I've been searching for a while, but I finally got the Alex Ross, Mary Jane, Iron Spider cover.
That's awesome.
I was very excited for this.
I like the Iron Spider costume a lot. I mean, when it came out in the Civil War storyline, that was really cool.
Before Jackpot was born.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And then I also got a Secret Wars cover. This is an Amanda Connor cover, and me and my younger sister used to be like totally obsessed with her art, and we'd like try to draw her stuff just like she did when we were younger. And I know her more for her DC stuff, so seeing a Marvel cover from her was pretty cool, especially because it has Mary Jane on it. So I was excited to get this one as well.
Yeah, she did some great stuff. Like she did. I liked her run on Power Girl.
Yeah.
She had some great covers.
Yeah, her Harley Quinn New 52 is also fantastic.
Yes.
Harley Quinn is one of my favorites of hers.
So speaking of your artwork, Sophie, you don't have to show it to everybody in the world, but I'd love to. You can send me some stuff on Instagram or something, just showing me what your stuff looks like. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I eventually need to do a video showing some of it. I just have not had time to yet, but I've got a few sketchbooks that I plan to show, especially when I was really little. My dad had a set of the Batman animated series. It was like a box set of the DVDs, and there's a picture of Batman on the front of it. And I tried to copy it, and it's my first like superhero artwork ever, and it's absolutely terrible. But eventually, I'm going to redraw it and frame it because it's just so funny to me because Batman's very chubby, and it's very blocky and fun. So I think when I do that video, I'm going to lead off with my first one and then slowly work up from there. So it should be fun, but I just got to gather all of the stuff for it.
So I found a sketchbook that has the I think I was probably like 7 or 8 years old, and I was drawing. Do you guys remember the Lord of the Rings, the Rankin Bass animated stuff?
Oh my! When there's a whip, there's a way.
Yeah, so I was obsessed with drawing that stuff, and it's really, really bad. But it's my first artwork that I can find, so I'm gonna have to show it sometime just to, because there's like a lot of people who tell me I can't draw, and I'm like, it's all a matter of practice and just
exactly.
Exercising those muscles. So
although there are some who just can't draw.
No, you could. I taught I used to give lessons. It's just it takes time, but.
And then I also got Amazing Spider-Man 182. Whoops. It is a key because it's this character's first appearance. I wrote it down, but I don't know where the note is now. But it is also where Peter proposes to Mary Jane, and then the book ends in a cliffhanger. So that's the reason I got this one.
Rocket Racer? Yeah.
Yes, Rocket Racer.
Yeah.
It's literally on the cover. Never mind. Now I feel foolish. And I'm also very excited from this. I got it in a claim sale, but I got the NFL Super Pro comic.
Yeah,
I have been searching for this, so I'm so excited to finally have it.
Oh yeah, Raiders, boo.
No. So yeah, it's like combining my two favorite things, football and Spider-Man's on there. So. And then Ricky mentioned earlier about shopping on Mercari, and I freaking love it too because you can get some amazing deals. And I haven't shown these on my channel yet because I'm going to do like a video where I show off all my big keys that I've gotten, but I'm waiting for one. But for $100, I got it with a different book too. But I did get Amazing Spider-Man 252.
Oh,
Nice.
So this was a big one that I wanted. I have just always wanted it because the black suit is my favorite one. So having this
fan, yeah.
This one means a lot to me. I'm so excited to have it, and it's in great condition. I got it for a pretty good price. So
there's a mid-grade Brother Voodoo on Mercari right now, $65 shipped.
That's very good.
First Brother Voodoo, really?
$65 shipped mid-grade. That's a $215. They have it on Comic Collector.
Yeah, it's crazy. The prices some things sell on there. It is a good place to shop
on there though.
No, so the thing is like when Mercari backs up their sales like eBay does. And so, like, if you get something that isn't what you thought it was, or it was worse than they did it, you can return it, and Mercari will allow you to. So, like, I know it's an unpopular site, but it is not by any means a bad site. I've spent and sold thousands. I sold all my Magic cards through Mercari.
Attaboy. I like
Oh,
that.
fellow Magic card seller. There we go. All right.
And then I also, this was another big one that I've been wanting since I was a kid, but I got Secret Wars #8, and it is a newsstand.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it is in very good condition. I got it for $90 on Mercari.
Nice.
Yes, and the only problem with it, there's a few minor things like on the corners and stuff, and there's a very small bit of rust on one of the staples. But for $90 on being a newsstand, I could not say no. And I've just always loved this cover, like the dramatic jazz hands that Spider-Man's doing. I mean, I love it. So that was exciting to cross off my list.
He's telling us how big the fish he caught.
Though, right? It's not a Mark Jewelers, though, right?
No. No.
You guys got to check those newsstands, you know. You never know.
Oh, yeah. And then the last comic I got more recently. And it's not without its flaws, but the fact that I have it is so crazy to me because I didn't think I would for a while. Got Amazing Spider-Man 25.
Wow.
And
Nice.
this is, yeah, so it's the first appearance of Spencer Smythe and then the Spider Slayers, but also it's Mary Jane's first cameo appearance. So she appears first in Peter's house, but her face is obscured by a tree. And then later on, she's leaving Peter's house and she's got her arm up and she's waving. So again, you can't see her face, but she is in the book. Some girl named Kathy wrote her name on it. She drew some chains and a flower on Spider-Man's butt. So it doesn't have some issues, but it is all connected. There's no rips or tears or anything. And I got it for like $60, I think, on Whatnot, actually. So I was pretty excited about it.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Who's your
But yeah, so
favorite
that's all I
villain?
have.
Who's your favorite villain?
For Marvel, it would be Green Goblin, and then in DC, it would have to be Hush.
Oh,
That's a good
wow. That's a good answer.
Thank you. In fact, I actually also recently
Ricky's luring you in.
giant-
Congratulations. You're not boring.
Thank you. But I also recently picked up the giant Hush omnibus that they did. It's huge. I love it. I'm so excited to get to read all of it again. So, yes.
That's awesome.
Got some good stuff
Really awesome.
recently.
So, Sophie, have you got the package from me and Travis yet?
Yes, I did. Travis messaged me about it the other day. I'm gonna do a video for it for I think Saturday, next Saturday. But I got all of the stuff and it's very, very cool.
Very cool. Very cool. Awesome.
I'm gonna steal your thunder, Bigby. Everyone, how many people we got in the chat?
11 people, 10 people. Some of you said you're going to steal my thunder, and one person dropped out.
Well, they can go. They can just go. But everyone in the chat, go sub Sophie. She's 5 people away from her first 100 subscribers.
Yay.
Come on, what are we doing here?
I am
sub her up.
5 away.
Let's get there. Everyone in the chat, please. Jackpot Comic Talks and sub her up. And
Right. We can drop a link. Hey, I gave
gonna
all you guys the
cheat.
power to drop links. So everybody except for Ricky's got. Actually, I gave even Sophie has the power to drop links in the end stuff. So.
Oh,
Somebody
see,
drop a
I'm
link
gonna
to Sophie's
cheat, Sophie.
channel.
I have my all sorts of words account, but I have my private account, so like with my YouTube Red on it, so I can do all my watching. And I'm just gonna subscribe now on that one too. So
Mhm.
boom, 2 out of
That's
There you go.
2
There's 2. There's 2. I'm gonna try to. Did anybody drop a link to her channel yet? I'm gonna drop a link to her
Just
channel.
did.
Okay,
Oh,
good
there you
job.
go. Okay.
There we go.
There you go. Awesome. There you go. That then yeah. Fluxcap says he did it. Says 3. So you're 2 away.
Nice.
Oh, Jerome did it. You're
99
1 away.
subscribers.
You're 1 away. 1 more. Come on, guys. Get her subbed up.
This is exciting.
Bigby, who's your favorite villain?
Ooh, boy. Put me on the spot. Man. There's a lot of great answers. I'm trying to think of something like that I've read where I'm just like, I hate that character. When they've done stuff. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I can go with the standard stuff. Let me think about it. I'll get back to you. I gotta rack my brain here now.
Who has an answer? Brandon, you haven't answered yet. Who's your villain?
I'd probably have to. I'd have to say Doom too. What happened? You're cutting out. Can anyone?
Is that a boring answer, Ricky? Doom is Doom.
No, I like Doom for Marvel. I don't read Marvel, but if I did, I imagine I would like Doom.
I mean, I liked him to begin with, since growing up as a kid and having the Toy Biz action figure and stuff. But then Bigby, you sent me, what is it, House of Doom?
Books of Doom. Yeah.
Books of Doom. Sorry, the trade paperback that like it's written from the interviewer, like someone's interviewing Doom for the first time, and it tells from his childhood on up with his mother, and it's just such a heartbreaking story. Like that whole well, she was dancing too, she was doing demonic stuff, but it just really made me love the character even more. Reading something current that was like just broke it down, and I was like, yeah, like, and how smart he is, and of course his connection to the Fantastic Four, and
he's a complex character for sure.
He is a complex, he's complex, and I would have to go Doom.
Akin?
Well, Marvel, it's Doctor Doom, and then DC. We'll see if this is boring. I like Darkseid.
That's me and you, man. We gotta just like make out.
Make a Halloween video.
I was gonna say Darkseid and Thanos for like cosmic type stuff.
Like just like a couple of teenagers learning how their bodies work. You know what I mean? Just like let's just get this over with. Let's cut this century.
For street level villains like Joker and Kingpin. And like that, I was trying to think of like a character where I saw them do something where I hate that character. Kingpin in the Daredevil show, when he kills the reporter, when he strangles him, where he's saying my mother, and he's like, just you came after my mother. I was like, oh my gosh, I was so Vincent D'Onofrio, nailed it.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Yeah.
DC though,
I
remember the first time I read Killing Joke, like I wasn't into DC big at the time, and I read that, and I was just like, my mind was blown. I was like, the Joker is truly sick, and like, it just really that changed me as a comic book reader. I was in college, I think, when I read that actually.
And the thing about the Joker is he's so one day he can be like not really a big threat. He's just kind of crazy, goofy, insane, and then he can be homicidal maniac insane.
Because there's three of them.
Yeah.
And then there's Paste Pot Pete and Stiltman.
The biggest threat to the Marvel universe.
Crazy Quilt for DC.
Yeah.
I just watched a video on the whole Deceased storyline.
I love that. I have that whole run. It's lovely.
The one with Constantine in it is A Good Day to Die. That was amazing. I was just like, oh my god.
Okay.
I need to go out and get these books now.
Lunch Money just he put out something there. You know how he says Magneto is not a villain. He just said, "Oh, my favorite cosmic villain is Galactus." Galactus is not a villain.
I agree with you.
He's just a force of nature. He's like a hurricane that comes through.
Right. He's a threat.
Right.
Right. You know.
Yeah.
He just needs to feed.
Yeah.
There's no malice. There's no, he's like, oh, you're all just ants to me, and I'm just doing what I'm doing. That would be the same thing that every human is a villain because they have to destroy life to sustain their own life. So
yeah, that'd be like saying like your favorite villain is my anal fissures. Like they've always been there. They're eternal. No ointment.
Oh my god.
Will heal them.
But how are they going to do that in the new Marvel book when they make that movie? If Galactus is the big bad, like,
he's not a big bad. He's just a threat, and that's the thing. He's
portray that as though
he should be a one-off threat. He comes around at one time.
He's also he can be like he could still be a villain in the sense like he's not like evil, but he reacts to your defiance because he's so he's so insulted that you would defy my greatness, my godliness. You know what I mean? So like, I think
Antagonist is probably
yeah,
better.
he could still be a really great villain or antagonist. You know,
Somebody said, and one of the things I was watching on YouTube, they said, "Oh, Galactus needs to come in, destroy the planet in the MCU movie, and then that is the end of the MCU, and they sell it to somebody else, and then they can start over." And then when Galactus comes, everybody's like, "Oh, here it comes! It's a big threat." You know what it did to the last movie franchise? When he comes, it's a big threat. And so, like you said, it's not one of those things that you can use over and over and over again. If you use it over and over and over again, it becomes less threatening, and it's not special anymore. It's not unique. And I think, like they do with a lot of things, they use it over. They've oversaturated it, and so he's not the threat that he should be. Once he comes around, it's your planet's doomed. That's it. It's over with. And I love how he doesn't interact with people because, like you said, they're insignificant to him. You've got to be a certain power level before he can even know you exist, in a sense, to be able to, interact with him.
Wasn't that the only way that Reed Richards was able to stop him? Is basically he had the ultimate nullifier. He's like, if you're gonna eat the planet, I'm gonna destroy all of existence. He's like, if we're all going, we're taking you with us.
Well, I think it was. I always took that as only Reed Richards could encompass in his mind, because the whole thing with the ultimate nullifier, it's going to destroy that thing and you. It's a one-way ticket to where if you can conceive what Galactus was, and Reed Richards was smart enough to where he could conceive what he really was in his meaning for the universe, that he was actually a threat. Then he goes, oh, this being can actually conceive what I am, and therefore he can destroy me. It's gonna destroy him, but I can see that he's willing to do that. So yes, I felt like at that time he could do it. If he'd given it to anybody else, I don't know if Galactus would have been,
Which was a great analogy for nuclear war, right?
Right. And that's, a lot of those stories, especially in the Silver Age, were a lot of allegories and what was actually going on in real life. You bored, Ricky?
No, I'm in love. I mean, I don't even. This is what affection looks like.
He's in awe.
That was a great description.
Did I say affection? I meant another word that sounds like it. I won't be standing.
Infection. He meant infection.
Infection.
That's what infection looks like. Well, Mr. Akins, I think you're the only one who hasn't shown anything. Do you have anything you want to show off?
I mean, I can show something. Maybe Ricky will like this one. Let's see if I can find some books Ricky will like.
Some Ricky books.
Are you attracted to this at all, Ricky?
I mean, we're
boys.
I realize he's not facing the right direction.
I'm saying, but no, I mean, I love Dick. Everybody knows.
See, I had two Nightwings. I was going to use this on a yellow cover challenge. Decided not to use this one.
I just picked up the one with him and Barbara Gordon on the trapeze when she was paralyzed.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. How about some George Perez? We can do some George Perez action there.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
And I got this one out of the dollar bin.
Oh.
I seem to find a lot of Teen Titans in the dollar bin, so that's how I'm going to try to get my. The funny thing is, I know all the stories. I read them when I was a kid, but my friend, he collected DC and I collected Marvel, and we would switch comics. Hey, what you got this week? And he would read what I had. I would read what he had, and he loved the Teen Titans. So I read all this stuff. The Marv Wolfman, George Perez run was just wonderful. I loved it.
Did Sophie make you realize your desire to collect that run when she was doing the giveaway? Because I remember you were like,
yes.
What's on the comic rack? What's on the comic rack? Oh, there we go. Second Deathstroke, right?
Yep. And this was in the dollar bin.
That was $1?
Yep. All the stuff's from the
Second
dollar.
decimal?
Dang.
I think he said on this one, the staples were rusted. He said the staples were too rusted, so I just put it in the dollar bin.
Wow, though. Great book.
Same. Let me look for some others. He said the staples were rusted on them. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll take that for $1. This one was in the dollar bin. Staples were rusted.
Mr. Akins is doing his RoboCop impersonation. I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah. Mary Jane.
Nice.
Rusted
I just
staples.
picked up those two not that long ago, actually.
So we did Todd McFarlane, George Perez. All this I got out of the dollar bin. Let's do Jack Kirby, since we're doing great artists.
Jack Kirby out of the dollar bin?
Jack Kirby in the dollar bin.
That should be illegal.
Rusted staples. This one is not in, I mean, this one is not in good shape, but
Still Kirby for $1.
Yeah, can't beat it for $1.
Yeah, come on, D.
Let's see who else. Who else do we like here? Art Adams.
Ah, love me some Art Adams.
That's great.
And it homages what?
King size Hulk #1. I think is that the one it is? It's the Steranko cover.
Yes. Let's do another homage. I don't know who did this cover, but this is another homage.
Oh yeah, there you go.
All these dollar bin action.
Fun fact, I hate Green Arrow. I hate him. I've always hated him. I don't like his character in the comics. I don't care about the TV show. I hate Green
I
Arrow.
saw that in the background. Sophie just hit 100.
Woohoo!
Oh, awesome.
Yay!
That is amazing. Wow.
We were here.
John
We witnessed it.
Dollar bin action.
Somebody say John Byrne.
They did.
Love it. That's a great cover too.
Yeah, this is a great cover. Another Doom Patrol.
That 100th follower was Rohan from the Absolute Game of Nerds.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
How about another great artist? I like him, Mignola. Now this one was not in the dollar bin.
Just say, dang.
No. Now I've gone through all my dollar bin stuff. Now I'm like, oh, I need to put something else in there.
That's a good one.
Yes. I don't know. I really like this cover by Lee Weeks of the Hulk here.
Hulk on his way to the buffet.
Exactly.
looks a little hungry there.
Bulk.
I just got through filming a yellow cover challenge. I'm not going to show all the yellow covers, but I've got this yellow cover.
Yeah, Dan's X-Men Comics. You need to read that run.
Well, actually, in the video, I call out Dan. I said, you got to get on YouTube. I mean, this is the official challenge to get on YouTube.
Right.
Oh my gosh, you scared me, Mike. You see what Mike just said?
Yes.
An article today that Tom Byrne died.
And I'm going to end with another great artist, one you don't see very often. I got these from my cousin. I got these from my cousin. They were in a barn.
Oh, nice. Some early Peanuts action.
The simplicity on these covers and the colors. Now, this one would fit in a bag. I've got two others, and they won't fit in a bag. I'm going to have to get a golden size bag for them to fit. That would be this one right here.
Magazine will fit that too.
What's that?
Magazine will fit that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and this one.
Aw.
I know. So, who's your second favorite pet, Ricky?
Honestly, it's a tie with Bud and Lou, Harley Quinn's hyenas.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
First appearance is Mad Love.
Yeah.
And the last one that was in the barn was this one. I don't even know what this is. I have no clue. This is the only magazine.
Have you showed it to Martin yet?
No.
Showed yeah. Oh yeah, Martin. Let's show it to Alan. Alan probably has some feedback for you on those Peanuts ones too. Yeah.
So those are the ones I had. That's my little stack there. Some Dollar Bin and some barn action.
Like some barn action.
Yeah, since I'm big, I can always show this. My favorite.
Nice.
Oh.
My favorite AOK ever.
I'm so happy with the way that came out.
50%.
That one came out so good. I'm just so happy with that one.
This is just a beautiful piece of art right here. This is actually not going to go in my comic room. It's going to go somewhere else in the house.
You said you're gonna like frame it and put it in the bedroom or something, right?
That might.
So there you go. There's a quote for you to crush Manny's dreams. Ricky, go ahead, let him have it.
Yeah, so China cost Marvel a lot of money when they omitted Shang-Chi from being premiered in China. They literally premiered at about probably like a quarter of what they thought they were going to in the global market. Shang-Chi should have killed. So it shows you the idea, the marketing power of Shang-Chi. The marketing power of China and their influence over Disney Studios, and the fact that China has an express ban on devil imagery and demonic imagery. Marvel isn't going to go near Mephisto with a 10-foot pole. And when everybody was freaking out about that book and it started shooting through the roof, I'm like, guys, there's literally no way. It's never going to happen. Nightcrawler is going to be toned down. I guarantee you. He might not have, I don't think he's going to have a forked tail when they show Nightcrawler. I don't think he's going to have yellow eyes. It's all because of their global market. Like the joke about Disney is the same story they tell you about Bill Gates. Like if Bill Gates sees $100 bills on the ground, he would lose money spending the time to bend over and pick up the $100. Disney does not care about smaller markets. They don't care about niche markets. If they slow down to appease a market of 10 million people even, it is a waste of money and effort for them. They're only going to go for the billions of dollars. Sorry, it's never going to happen. I apologize.
I think they could do
no reason to apologize. The truth is universal.
They could do a Mephisto. They just wouldn't show him the way. Like it would be like Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yes, it would be so departed from Mephisto. You'd even argue, like, is that even Mephisto? Would the book even get a bump? It would be like the dark man.
He's
be like the dark one,
dude. He won't be red. Yeah.
How did WandaVision then do in the markets over there?
See, the problem is with Disney Plus, you measure it in subscriptions, not views. It's the same thing with YouTube. I know this sounds weird, but like for other content creators out there and for you guys, subscribers do not correlate to views. It doesn't mean it. There are legit YouTubers in this community who have literally 20 times the subscribers that I have that don't get the views that I do. If views mean more than subscribers, views means exposures. I have a friend who's got 3,000 subscribers and on average pulls about 65 views. I have literally 20 times less than that and I get about 150 views a video. It's not the same. So subscription for Disney is the big factor. And when WandaVision came out, they got a spike. And when Loki came out, they got a spike. And then when She-Hulk came out, they got a dip. So like you can see those numbers directly correlate the subscriber count. So it's not like how it does market wise. It's just subscribers, man. Who's paying?
Brendan, what are you bubble wrapping? Is it toys?
Oh, AOK.
AOK. Okay.
This is an AOK show.
Christmas AOK.
It is an AOK show. That's true. That's true.
AOKs.
Is anyone doing a Christmas special this year?
Oh, really? There
Colossus
is someone doing a
Collector.
Christmas special.
You need to
am.
watch this trailer. Cousin Colossus's was it Cousin Colossus's Christmas special?
It's Christmas with Cousin Colossus, a live holiday special, and it's on Friday, next Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time.
The trailer for that was great. They told me the last time I was on a live stream that I needed to go watch it. So as soon as we ended it, I went and watched it. I was dying laughing the whole time. It was pretty good.
Thank you.
Have you seen the trailer, Ricky?
I have. I just wanted to plug his show.
Okay.
Oh, that was just like a
Ricky.
dead man's
True.
plug. Okay.
That was very stealth. I like it.
There's a method to it,
Mike
man.
says your trailer was a work of art. Mike, I'm sorry I didn't get you in here, buddy. I put out on the Illuminati if anybody wanted to be on. I didn't hear from you, so.
He's probably
The
got
what? The what, Bigby?
Oh, I put on the thing that doesn't exist. Right. I put in the chat message thing that doesn't exist and asked if anybody wanted to be on. We need to get Sophie in there too.
She may not want her phone going off that much.
Ricky.
She might not. There's sometimes when I look at my phone and I go, "Oh God, really?" But yeah.
Ricky, please start an Instagram.
I have one. I just
Don't make me.
don't make me.
Just so we can chat with you on there. That's
Dark
all.
side.
No, I have one. My wife actually yelled at me. She's like, "I subbed to you. You didn't sub to me." And I'm like, yeah, but it's all sorts of words, and you'll know it's me because I commissioned this artist online to do me and my wife and my dog in Simpsons on the couch. So that's my little.
Okay.
Aww.
But I have literally no posts, but we can chat on there. That's fine.
That's what I want to do.
Mike says he had nothing to add. You guys are killing it. Really?
No, I don't agree, Mike. You're
Mike. Hot take.
Mike,
Cool.
there's a Ricky sandwich, and Aiken on one side, you on the other, and here's the meat. Let's go.
whoa, whoa.
Mike knows what he is. He's a daddy and a half. He's aware. This isn't news.
All right,
His-
there's
his-
the link
his views get
to
more
that.
than my shorts. When my shorts get like 2,000 views, I'm like, wow. Then I watch one of his videos and it's got 5,000 views. I'm like, yep.
Yeah,
So
Man,
there's the link to
There's
the
anybody
Christmas
killing it here. It's
Captain
Mike.
Colossus.
it's the halo effect. He's gorgeous. You've seen him.
He has the trifecta. He has the looks,
Yep.
the voice, the charisma. He's got it.
Hey, it's
It's got it all.
As
It's got it
opposed
going on,
to
baby doll.
this.
Say what you're gonna say in your microphone, Ricky. Do it.
I say, hey, it's Mike from Lunch Money Comics.
Exactly.
Who here can hold their breath the longest? All right.
And then people passing out.
But Mike from Lunch Money Comics ASMR, what, you know?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, Mike says he's not going to get in that sandwich after your anal fishers comment.
Look, you'd kiss someone with chapped lips. It's the same.
Oh
Ricky, I followed you.
my God. Thank God. Somebody let me know if that link works to Ryan's thing posted.
I can't click on it.
You can't click on it.
Brandon's
Somebody else? Oh yeah, it worked. I clicked on it. There we go.
No, it works for you.
So we know Ryan has the Christmas special. Brandon, what do you have coming up?
Oh, it took me off
Like
guard.
5 things, don't
Yeah.
you?
Okay. So Monday night at 7:30 Standard Eastern Standard, 4:30 Pacific, I'll be on Scotty Vaughn's Comic Book Addicts. Those of you who don't know who Scotty is, he's a sweetheart. He's supported me since I got on here. I met him through a Biggie Shack stream, and he's a recovering addict, and he's used comic books as a path to pull himself away from that, and really respect him a lot. He's an open book, and his show on Monday nights is really great. I'm honored to be on it, and He just
What's
gets
the format of the show? What can we expect on that show?
Bring some books, talk about comic books, what got me into collecting. He's kind of interviewing me. I'm going to show some of my autographs that I've never showed before, because I have some more people that are deceased that you won't ever get again that are really important to me. And then next Friday I'll be on Cousin Colossus' show, of course. And then Saturday is the Big Five Live with, I don't know if you guys have checked out the Codex Comic Station on YouTube.
Not yet.
I heard about them through Mike and Jeff at Comic Spot, and I didn't, but it's really cool. It's like a whole collaborative team, a bunch of different people that do, whether it's talking about it, like they just had a Lobo breakdown. It was like a live stream they did for like, I think almost 2 hours, and they talked about Lobo, and they do character breakdowns. They talk about modern comics. They talk about vintage comics, slabs. So I'll be having Wes, Sal, the slab guy, Tim, and a gentleman they call Uncle Gary. Now, Uncle Gary, he has a video on their channel, a tour of his museum. And when I first started watching the video, I was like, okay, if you're going to call your place a museum, I guess it's got to be pretty spectacular. Everyone should go check this out, especially you, Ricky. The gentleman is a very, 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 very big DC fan. I mean, he has all the Eagle Moss and Diamond Select toys, like legit upstairs, like, and then they went downstairs to his basement, and like he had just like I forgot how many thousands of comics in the wall, but all these action figures in front of the comics. In his library upstairs, he did a really good job, him and his wife, of designing this library and the art that he has up. And he has, what struck me the most about this guy was not the number of comics he had or the high. I mean, he has an AF-15, he has the first Justice League, he has the big boy books, but the amount of trade paperbacks and books he has in his library, Ricky would just speak to you. Like, when I see that, that's almost more impressive to me, because I know he's read all of them, and the knowledge that he holds in his head about all the characters and books, that most people don't touch, is just it's just unbelievable. He has Bernie Wrightson, huge. I think that's his. He's on his Mount Rushmore of artists. He has a beautiful artist edition Bernie Wrightson book that is like high res scans of like every Swamp Thing book. It's just, this guy, you guys got to watch his museum tour. It's just absolutely incredible, and the guy is just a wealth of knowledge. It reminds me of that guy Collecto 6 that's always on Biggie Shack streams or with Alan streams. Just that knowledge of just, you just immerse yourself completely in it. Similar to you too, Ricky. You take deep dives into stuff and you go down to rabbit holes, and there's certain people that can consume this on a different level. And so I'm having those guys on. Like, it's my first Big Five Live where it's like this collaborative team from the same channel. And so check out their stuff. They're really, that's pretty cool. And then I know we'll probably have like 7 more streams before, throughout Hanukkah and Christmas with you guys. So thanks for inviting me tonight, though. I was really excited when Ricky showed up. Hi, Ricky.
Hi, Ricky.
Okay. I would like to. Okay, so we're all talking about stuff we're doing. I have been hesitant. I've been hinting at this. I've been talking to Bigby on the side, been talking to Akin on the side about just barely any hints as to something really big that I want to do that involves this community and literally every one of you and literally everyone in the chat, all of us. I'm gonna show you a picture. This is the first premiere.
Hang on, let me make you big.
Oh,
Make me big,
girl. You have. This is. I'm starting an online wrestling organization for all of us called the Comic Collector Clash of Champions, otherwise known as C4.
I love it.
What this is going to be, and this is real. This is going to be I've got the best StreamYard account. I'm going to be able to host live streams, but they're not going to be live. I'm going to record them so that after I can edit them down for brevity. And here's what it's going to be. I'm going to send out an invitation to 2 YouTubers. They're going to be by subscription. We'll determine weight class. Those 2 YouTubers are going to come on, and I'm going to be doing my, my persona. I'm going to be the chairman of the board of this wrestling organization. And what it is I'm going to ask 5 questions of both participants, right? And they're going to be comic book questions, sometimes one word, sometimes a sentence. And the answer has to be a comic from your own collection, something that you currently own. And so an example would be like, I could say nice butt, and then you're going to present your issue that represents nice butt. It could be maybe it's a character with a nice butt. It could be someone getting their butt kicked. It could be an artist who has an interesting story about butt. But like it's anything that you want it to be, and then I take those answers for each question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I put them in a YouTube poll directly to the community, and the community themselves picks the answer that they think wins that category. And then for all 5 answers during next week's episode with the next 2 creators, I announce the winner of the previous one. That will include promos of all of your favorite YouTubers doing wrestling promos as characters or themselves. However deep dive they want to go into the character, or if they just want to be it themselves. It's going to involve the community. I believe that all ships rise with the tide. So if we can get like a 1,000 subscriber character and a 1,000 subscriber character, I don't believe you have the same subscribers. So coming together for a video like this, where it's entertaining, where you guys can show off your collections, where it's comic book forward, where it's fun, where you guys can be the character that you're looking forward to, or just yourself. I don't care. You can create storylines as we go, where you have a particular beef with Mike from Lunch Money Comments, or whatever you want to do. But I think every single one of us as little geeky comic book kids all wanted to grow up and be wrestlers. And I think this is an opportunity for us to have fun and do it. Quick little like 8-minute videos where you guys do your wrestling promo for next time, and like, oh, I'm coming for you, Bigby. You don't even know. Like, I think this will be really fun for all of us, and it's just going to be in the All-Star channel. And I think, I just want to hear your ideas, like any feedback initially.
That's awesome.
Make me small.
Yeah, I'm already thinking of my promos.
Same.
Yeah. Mr. Akins has he has a superpower. He's a werewolf, so it's a full moon. Man, he's gonna light the smackdown on somebody.
Cream rises to the top.
That's a great idea. There's some.
I love it. I can see that you are a teacher, and you can. That is perfect. I love it. I absolutely love this idea.
Perfect. So I'm going to do a video that comes out next week. I've been working on it diligently. It's one of my more like movie style videos where it's me. Yes, exactly. It's going to be me giving like an explanation as to like how I'm the son of the man who invented this, and it's going to be so much fun. I'm going to be the chairman. Winners are decided by the community themselves, so I want them just as much involved. And I'm so excited because it's going to be a mix match, mix them up of all of our personalities and styles.
This time the jackpot hits you.
Fantastic tagline.
You say, face it, Dagger. You just got hit by the jackpot.
That's right.
That's good.
That's like
Mr. Silver Fox from the Silver Age.
Yes.
Silver Age, Silver Fox. There you go.
That's a great idea. I remember you emailed me about that, and you had just slightly mentioned it, and you hadn't elaborated. But it sounds like you've worked out a pretty good path for a successful movement. So that sounds awesome. Count me in, please.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that wants to be a part of it, like I'm taking the Vince McMahon role very seriously. In like, I'd love. I'm taking the Vince McMahon role very seriously, and like, I don't care if we've worked together before. I don't care if you think I'm obnoxious. I don't care. Like, let's just work together and have fun and share subscribers. And
he's never stopped us from working with you before.
Oh, please. My motion light goes off 3 times a night because you can't stay away from this. Like,
I wish I could quit you.
I wish I could quit you. You're like a drug, Ricky. A bad drug.
I'm like the only drug where you gain weight.
I think there's plenty of drugs where you gain weight.
All the munchies, right? That's awesome, Ricky. I think that sounds really cool.
Are we going to get a video from Jackpot Comic Talks tomorrow? I mean, it's usually on Saturday. We've already got one this week. Are we going to get another one?
Not this week. So the video I did today will be this week's because it's December 1st, and so it's my changing things up. And then hopefully I'll have one Wednesday and then next Saturday as well. Resume my normal schedule.
So what
Yeah,
is
I
the
like
big
it.
show that we're all trying to? This is a pipe dream for me probably, but there's some big show over there on the East Coast that you guys are all wanting to try to coordinate everybody to get to.
Terrific.
Yeah,
Terrific
I will literally like start a fund to get you
When
out
is
here.
Terrific Con? When is it?
It's in the summer. I think it's if Mike's still here, he would know.
It's August. I know
Of
because
course, Mike
August?
would know.
I thought it was earlier, but
Let's do it.
it is August 16th to the 18th.
August 16th.
And
to
where
the
is it?
18th.
It's in the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut.
Mohegan.
Mohegan. What did I say?
No, I'm
Is it
just,
Is it Mohican, like the Mohawks? Is it
No,
Mohican son?
No, it's actually owned by the Mashantucket Pequots. I'm not kidding.
That's what he said.
August 16th through 18th.
That's what I'm saving my cans for now. Like
Okay,
that.
well, that's, I mean, we can try
I'm
to make
picking
this
up
happen.
Brandon on the way from Canada, and we're heading out.
Yeah, Ricky's literally like a straight diagonal shot from where he is. Not Ricky, sorry. I'm having this.
Put on your calendar there, Sophie.
Freudian slip.
I wrote it down.
Where Ryan is from me down to Connecticut. So, yeah, I'm in. Pick him
Yeah,
up.
I mean, and if I don't have to fly and I can drive there, then I can bring enough weed to kill all of us.
No,
There's
I can't
not
do
enough
that. I
we
got.
can do that. Not gonna
I
happen.
gotta be able to keep my CDL.
I also do not partake, actually.
I had to.
But
I had to
I'll
bail.
have
On
plenty of drinks.
Yeah, I can do drinking, but I can't. I had to bail on somebody. Travis, I was over there helping him with a project. And I had to bail because
So no square groupers.
his significant other was smoking the wacky tobacco, and I was like, I can't have that in my system. So,
Yep. As long as it remains federal. It's legal recreation in Oregon, right?
yeah, it's just that you can't. It's because of the commercial driver's license. You can't.
No, I actually, even if they deregulated it federally, it'd probably still be against the rules to have a CDL with it. I'm sure that in anyways. Just
I have a license for night blindness. Every time the sun goes down, I can't see outside. Tell me that's not a problem.
What's the quote from? What's this quote from? I got a wallet. I could drive.
Up here in Canada, it's completely legal.
That's a movie quote. Anybody know the movie quote?
No.
Multiplicity.
Oh.
Make a copy of a copy of a copy.
We're going to Steve.
Yeah, that's my favorite line. I got a wallet. I could drive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I would do this convention.
Terrificon, August 16th through 18th. It's on my list now.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's make it happen. Let's all
make
get
it happen.
together. Where does everybody? So I live in Maine. This is like 3.5 hours from me. Easy peasy.
I'm
Middle
in
of-
Toronto or around
He
Toronto,
was-
Canada.
Ryan, you could
I'm
come
over in
down,
Illinois.
meet me where I live, and then we could go together and hit some comic stores on the way.
It's going to be further for
I'm
Bigby.
already picking up Brandon. I'm going under the lakes, and then I'm picking Brandon on the way out.
Oh, okay.
But
Sophie, are you Ohio?
Illinois.
Illinois. Okay, that's right.
nice. I
Is
lived
the
in Toronto
Midwest
for a little bit.
the Midwest jack-o'-lantern
That's me.
tossing champion?
Midwest Jack.
Just like, watch out, Green Goblin. She's throwing the pumpkin bombs now.
The only thing she didn't do was scream Manny the Hobgoblin Collector and just smash him.
Manny.
Maybe next time.
I'm quaking in his boots.
101 real time subscribers. Congrats.
What's that?
Sophie's at 101 real time.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
Oh, nice.
There's no turning back.
Did I have
That's
was
so
it Pop
exciting.
Comics? I was on one of his
subscribers you got?
streams. What's it?
How many subscribers you got, Ricky?
167.
Yeah, so likewise, sub up to Ricky, everybody.
Yeah, go get him.
Yeah,
All
come and
sorts
get
of
me.
words. Good
Hey,
stuff.
Ricky, look what Mike said. Mike said a cookout pool party at his house on the way back.
If he takes
It's a
my shirt
must
out
now,
if he takes his shirt off in the same town as me, I will rocket back to my house on a jet of semen. I would shoot a hot glue gun dart out of myself and pin his favorite comic to the wall.
God. Oh my God. It's so graphic.
I would turn inside out.
You're a ladies' present.
Oh my goodness.
I think the pool party.
Oh,
I do. He lives in the area with me. I would totally go. I would do a video. I mean, I know after all I've said, I would do a video with Mike. Look, don't make it gross. Don't make it gross. I'm being supportive.
Mike says cookout canceled.
cookout canceled. Thanks, Ricky. Appreciate it.
oh my God.
Probably for the best, because you don't need a cookout where everyone looks like Bill Murray at the end of Ghostbusters.
Well, maybe he's canceling the cookout because he just wants some alone time with you. I mean, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Don't even.
It's like nobody else is invited, just Ricky.
That's Ricky.
Yeah, no, Mike.
It's bad when Ricky cracks up.
I'm trying. Mike, while you're here, Mike, did you want to connect over something? Do you want to collab?
Yeah. Instagram, baby. Instagram.
Yeah, send me a picture.
Slide into that DM.
Just I'm trying to be professional. I'm a respected person in the educational field. I've written a book, for Christ's sake, but I just turn into a teenage girl when he's around.
This reminds me of another stream where you just said it. You're talking about some comic books.
I just wanted to talk some comics.
I just want to talk about comics.
Comic, not the way he makes me feel.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, Sophie. I promise you, this is the way I always am. I apologize.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm worse.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
I'm still getting interesting feedback on that conflict video, by the way. So
look, homie. I was being so diplomatic. I'm just trying to be diplomatic.
We couldn't derail that train. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, whew. Tears in my eyes.
I gotta go.
I can't wait.
I'll plug a couple more things.
Do it.
Okay.
Tomorrow I'm on Only Slabs.
All right.
2:30 Eastern, 11:30 Pacific time. And then Monday, I'm doing a live stream, episode 4 of X-Men Collector Chat.
That's right.
With Sasquatch Comics from Instagram. He's got an incredible X-Men run, the entire run of Uncanny X-Men. Just X-Men from the start to now to present. And we're going to talk to him. And I'm going to be joined by Dan's X-Men Comics as always. And also Mike from Lunch Money Comics as well. So that'll be good.
Awesome.
And that's on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And then holiday special on Friday.
All right. Anything you wanted to plug, Sophie?
I don't know what I have planned for the next few weeks, but since we did talk about it and I hit 100 subscribers, I will do a giveaway for that. I've got a few comics already that I'm excited for, but I have a ton of blank covers, sketch covers, and so I'll probably do a sketch on one of those. I've got like a bunch of Mary Jane ones, so chances are I'll do a picture of her, and then that'll be part of it. So look out
That
for
will
that
be
video.
very
I'll
cool.
probably film it tomorrow and post it. So yeah.
Awesome. So I'm going to be doing, I want to invite you guys. I'm planning on doing a video sometime this weekend that's going to be CGC train wrecks. So anybody who wants to jump on with great CGC stories, we can do that. So hit me up on Instagram and we'll see. But you guys keep an eye out for that. Probably either Saturday or Sunday afternoon we'll do that video. So I've got my sister who was on earlier. She's a security guard. She sent me a photo the other night of a dumpster fire. So she's a security guard. She's like, "Look what I ran into," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm using that." I made the thumbnail already. It's like this dumpster fire. And it says Bigby Mcfly CGC story. So Dave says the whole company is a train wreck. Did you guys? So you were mentioning Dave's Spider-Mans. Did you see his CGC story with the Spider-Mans, Brandon?
Dave Avengers is the video.
Yeah, he got some of those back that he sent in for grading, and they were not as pristine as perceived originally. They were.
I mean, they looked great on camera.
Yeah, they were altered. So.
Oh no.
Oh, he says the ASM2 was from a different collection. Okay, so he got an ASM2 that was from a different collection, but it was not as wonderful as he thought it was. It was a little disappointing.
Just last month, a friend of mine got a CGC box in, and he opened it, and it wasn't his book.
Oh
and
my goodness!
They sent it to him from someone else, and then he contacted CGC, and they were like, "Hey, can you just ship it to the dude?" And they were willing to offer him this dude's address.
Oh, good golly!
Oh my god,
that's not good. What was that? There was that Mint Hunter video where he got 2 copies. He sent in for a signing for the first appearance of Slade Wilson, Deathstroke.
Deathstroke.
And he got 2 copies back. He sent 1 copy in. He got 2 different copies back. Yeah, that was interesting.
My Savage one is there since October 17th, and I fast tracked it for magazine, which was supposed to be 20 days. And when they went outside that realm, they gave me my money back, which was great. But now we're outside 30 days. I called them today. I'm like, "Is everything okay down there? Are you guys all right?" My magazine still says still in press progress.
Right.
And they're like, "Oh no, we're just a little slow." I'm like, "You sure you didn't destroy it or something?" Just what the hell's going on?
Brandon.
Well, I have one of the books that I have for the dumpster fire video. They put a nice substantial thumb crease, and I had Dan's X-Men looking at it, and he's like, "I think the thumb crease that they put in there broke color." He's like, so it's pretty bad.
Brandon, one of my submissions arrived today.
That you sent out before me or after me?
Yeah.
I'm calling
the vintage one, the one that was supposed to take the most time, got back to me first.
I want to speak to the manager.
We're sorry, sir. It's past breakfast.
They're waiting for the replacement copy they bought on Macari to ship to Brandon.
Right. Now they.
I looked it up. Macari doesn't ship to Canada, so I'm SOL on Macari. Maybe I can ship it in the States or something.
Dave said there was one time they slabbed his Tech 880 backwards, so that was fun.
Oh my gosh.
I can't believe someone wrapped that and was like, "This is okay," or
what does that even? How does that even happen? How does that pass quality control, right?
Someone on a Friday that was like, "I just want to get out of here." Looks back.
Yeah, and because they are working, they're hourly employees, so they're paid minimum wage. Those people that are doing that,
right?
So,
have you seen that?
Friday, I want to get out of here.
That movie with Nick Cage where he's playing himself. There's a scene where somebody made a meme of that. It's the scene where I can't remember the name of the guy that plays Mandalorian.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal is like this big Nick Cage
Mhm.
fan of the movie. And he's driving down the road just grinning at him like an insane maniac. And Nick Cage just looking at him like it's just a,
That's
and they
a
made a
fun-
meme out of it. It's like Pedro Pascal grinning crazy. It's like the CGC employee who quit that day. And then it pans over to Nick Cage, who gave that book that you sent in a 9.8 just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
And he's just like smiling at him like, hey. That's awesome. So Dave says the back cover was a Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern got milk ad. So I mean,
Yes, nice.
you could have like, Hey, collecting casually, Ryan. What's up? This is the other Ryan.
The other Ryan.
I love that. Did you see that meme that Travis's daughter made of the two Spider-Mans pointing at each other, and it said Ryan collecting casually? It's like it said Ryan CC versus Ryan CC. It says Ryan Colossus collector and Ryan collecting casual.
That's appropriate.
It is.
The casual Ryan.
Casual
That's right.
Ryan.
But other Ryan is just so fancy. He's uptight.
I did my hair today. I'm not wearing a hat.
That's right. We can actually see your hair today. Looking good, buddy.
Gray, my
Looking
Reed
good.
Richards.
Don't you talk to me about going gray. Mr. Akins can complain too.
Yeah, I can complain too. Yeah.
Are you outie, Brandon?
Yeah, my phone's about to die.
All right, brother. Well, we should probably call it, but I want to thank all you guys for showing up and remind everybody to share your love of comics with everyone you meet. You never know where it's going to lead you. Help me find all these great friends here, and we had a wonderful time tonight. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and have a great evening.